Be back now. Yes.
There you go.
Okay, so we just hit some technical difficulties, but we should be up and running here again. So the group was just divvying up the gold and silver they had respectively found in Sarah Silent Glide's cottage.
And how much silver was that? Because I didn't get to put that in.
275.
275. Okay.
Now are waiting on Captain Arnold. So
Most reasonable. Oh, go ahead.
no worries. Yeah, so Officer Stronhelm comes back out and she kind of gives you all a curt nod and says, yeah, he'll see you now.
Into over sound a second, thank you.
Yeah, she just kind of like walks away.
Did she look like worried when she came out of there?
No, she just looks kind of like she wanted to get back to her regular work.
Okay.
Alright, so you come in to Arnold's office. He's got kind of dark oak wood paneling lines the room. It's kind of a long rectangular room with large windows that look out towards the city. At the far end of the room sits Ardle's desk, and behind him are huge bookshelves, and at the end of the room where there are tons of filing cabinets, some of them open, some of them half closed. Captain Ardle himself doesn't quite look as distinguished as you remember him looking when you first met him in the city. He's got the jacket to his uniform off, and behind him on the chair, his white shirt is kind of crumpled. He has a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going. A large cup of coffee sits at his desk. He looks like maybe he had spent the night at the precinct. He kind of looks you over and says,
"Hello, Commander Ardle."
That would be either Captain Ardle or Second Ardle. But y'all are back pretty fast.
Yes, we wanted to get the job done as soon as we could, so we did.
And I suppose you have proof?
Yes, we do. And I hand the letter or insignia, whatever.
He leans over, takes it, kind of gestures for you to sit. There's kind of a love seat in front of his desk, and then a few other chairs, enough for you all to sit. Although a few of you are going to be closer together then.
And I was in
He lounges on the love
directly
seat
across.
Okay,
And
that
then
would
it
be in
stands.
the love seat.
So I guess Amazon and Ollie are in the love seat.
Yeah.
Ollie's like sprawled across it, kind of. So she's kind of impeding on Amston's space, but doesn't
He
care.
doesn't care.
So Arles kind of leans back in his chair and he reads it over and flips it down, and he sees Ollie spread out, and his demeanor changes a little bit, and he looks at you and he kind of leans forward and goes, "Where did you say you're from again, miss?"
Oh, me?
Yes.
Calthisa.
And is that the kind of manners they teach down in the south?
One knows her worth.
So you must not view yourself as worth very much, then.
She kind of laughs and shrugs it off.
So, what seemed to be the issue down in that south?
Well, that is a brilliant thing. Honestly, something that I will discuss it I am more calm now. I will tell him what happened. So,
She nods to you.
apparently, that village is really taking upon themselves to enact their ideal of justice, and them doing so involved drowning a person who worshipped a god they weren't completely familiar with, then that person coming back as a very powerful undead to keep the children safe from the adults, as it was planning to kill all of the adults in that village with the aid of a hellhound.
He just kind of looks at you for a second and then...
Probably might want to watch that village a little bit more carefully from now on, so no more innocent people have to die at their own hands.
You see him write something down and close a book. Alright. I can say that definitely was not what we were expecting. I honestly thought it might have been the Cassius group again, but we'll definitely take a look into that. Now, there is the matter that brought us all together, and that would be the forged travel papers of you two fine folks, he says, pointing to Ollie Amsden.
At this point, Ollie sits up.
He opens his desk drawer, puts up two little travel documents. Now, these are proper travel documents.
That's good.
They'll allow you passage throughout the kingdom of Aldadar, passage back to your home kingdoms. Other than that, you're going to have to get extended documentation to travel elsewhere. And I also have the documents we took from your two other companions here. They seem to be in order, so those will be returned.
Thank you.
Yours, miss, he says, turning to Finetta, are fine for you to return to Rosinia. Now, there was something else I'm sure you might be curious about. And he kind of reaches under his desk and pulls up a familiar bag to you, Ollie, and sets it down on his desk. And he kind of watches. This is a lot of weaponry to have for people who are just
That
passing through.
does appear to be quite a bit, yes.
And now, jog my memory, how did you come across these weapons?
We took them off of pirates.
Yes. Pirates are known to carry guns. I can see a familiar palm pistol in here. But, these, and he kind of like shakes open the bag and you see kind of hit the the desk, this big blunderbuss, and two pistols. Wow, you see these are a
He
little
gives
bit
another
more.
shake, a hunting rifle.
Yeah.
A rocket launcher.
Cannon.
A tank.
Three revolvers. Yeah, it's like, yeah, he's looking at like the first part, it's like, that wasn't the issue. This, however,
Yeah.
can't have that.
Now,
Uh,
these weapons in the wrong hands do an awful lot of damage.
I would definitely agree so.
Take an awful lot of lives. He stares at Ollie. Cause an awful lot of destruction.
It's a good thing they're not in the pirates' hands.
And I suppose you probably want me to return these to your hands.
I mean, as long as someone who's keeping them safe, that's the important thing, right?
True. I could very much keep them safe for y'all if you prefer.
Ollie's going to do an insight check to see kind of what he's getting at. Like, is he implying that he would give them back to her, or is he trying to trick her into like admitting something?
Okay.
I am going to use a lucky reroll.
Okay.
The meme lives forever.
I feel like that's just like my go-to like statement.
It is. It is.
So that's a 17 for perception. Or sorry, insight, that's a 17, yeah.
Okay. It seems like he's wanting something. You can't quite put your finger on what.
So she leans forward and she goes, well, that's an awfully big burden for someone like you to carry, so.
Well, ideally.
He looks
Yeah, I was gonna say Finetta just looks at Ollie like,
It looks like he had to stop himself from laughing for a second there.
Sorry guys, my mom just walked in, so I had to mute it. So she leans in and she goes, that's an awful big burden for someone to carry.
We heard that part.
He is.
Learn to
On-
get
on
Careless
top
Whisper
of-
playing in the background.
On top of all the other important duties you have, I mean, we'd be happy to dispose of them for you.
Yeah, this time he really looks like he has to stop from laughing right in your face. He kind of looks at the rest of you.
Yeah, I was just like
your reaction.
just confusion.
yeah, I think, Finetta's just looking at Ollie like also very confused and is like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's literally the cop.
No, I know, but like, because he was like,
Okay.
her insight check said that he was hinting that he wanted something. She's like, okay, like, what do you want? Like, what kind of deal can we make? Like, she's trying to be sly.
Yeah, but the way you phrased it is like, wow, that must be hard, for the police to keep weapons in custody.
He has so much other stuff to do.
It's so hard
You
to
lock it
keep
away.
Yeah.
Well-
Lock it up and throw away the key. It's not difficult.
Arnold, I can regards you. Well, that's a generous offer, Miss. So, what was your last name again?
Hope.
Yes, Miss Hope. It was a very generous offer.
Finetta looks even more confused.
How obviously confused do you look right now, Finetta?
She's kind of just looking like, what the fuck is happening?
Okay.
Who are you people?
Well,
Why have I roped up with this?
to be completely honest, having some of those would be quite useful in matters. Like if we had one of those, taking care of that undead would have been significantly more easier.
He kind of nods at you and pushes away from his desk. And you see
I was just
him-
trying best to like negotiate and also remove the attention away from Ollie. The world's worst rogue.
He stands up from his desk and kind of walks slowly towards his door with his hands behind his back.
Has he's returned our papers at this point, right?
No, they're still on his desk.
Oh, okay.
He kind of stops at the door for a second and then locks it. And then he goes towards his windows and he stops at the windows for a few seconds. And then he pulls down the blinds as he kind of makes his way.
I have my
Finetta,
medicine bag sitting on my lap, slightly open, just in
Yeah.
case I need to pull my crossbow.
And he sits down.
Finetta looks Vanetta just looks worried and just kind of looks at him and just says,
Captain?
He sits down, pulls open another drawer, takes out a glass decanter of whiskey, sets that on his desk, pulls out 4 glasses, and then another one for himself, sets that on his desk, proceeds to pour you each and himself a glass of whiskey, and hand the glass to each of you.
Vanessa takes it.
and it says,
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't drink. It's part of my faith.
And what was that again?
I believe in the god Paylord.
Ah, yes, the new god. That's right. He takes Vanetta's glass, pours it into his own.
Anderson just gives it like a little sniff and like slightly checking to see if it's poison, but he can't really do that. But he's just like any obvious signs, like nah. He's like
Vanetta does like say,
Thank you very much for the offer, though.
this is some fine stuff.
Yes, it was a gift from my sister.
Yeah, jeez, I'm gonna feel real rude because I gotta turn this down as well.
We're just trying to get the police captain drunk.
No, have more.
Well, no, here's the thing. Last time I drank, I wound up, well, not dead, but almost dead. It was the whole thing.
He looks at Meredith and says, you know, sharing a drink is a bonded experience where I'm from.
Oh, I know that well enough. It's just, last time the bonding experience didn't really go too well, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to pass this time.
it's okay, don't worry, Party Mom's here.
Ollie will take the drink, but she's gonna wait till...
Mom, take me up, there's beer.
So,
Ollie will take the drink, but she's gonna wait for the police captain to drink it to have a sip.
Yeah, that's what I was just waiting for. So I was like, you take the first sip.
He figures, he kind of looks at both of you and takes a sip of his drink and sets it down.
Yeah. Anderson takes a sip as well. He's like, if it's poison, I could probably brew an antidote.
It's not bad to be cautious in a world like this, in a city like this.
Sure.
Now, you've made your way through pirates. You've made your way through the undead. You seem like a group capable of handling things. But maybe he kind of looks at you, not the most subtle or the smartest. He kind of like looks towards Meredith. As I'm sure you've been picking up on, and as I'm sure he looks towards Ollie, as you're aware of, the current families of this kingdom hold a lot of power and a lot of control.
Vanetta looks even more confused.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems some of y'all have been interested in their business.
Eyes go towards Meredith.
Vanetta's just like looking around the room and is like, kind families?
Shush, it's okay. They don't.
In our fair city, Bod.
Now, I'm gonna be to the point with y'all. I didn't get my position from the family name. I didn't get it from political ties. I got it because I worked for it. And that doesn't make you a lot of friends in places like this.
No, people don't like people who work hard.
Vanetta just kind of looks and is like,
But working hard to achieve your goals is a good thing.
He kind of like looks at you. As it should be.
Yeah, it depends on the work. Yeah, it depends on the work you do.
Now, I can see the value of having people who work outside of the law to help maintain it.
So you're looking to hire us as mercenaries.
Finetta's eyes just go wide, like, ah! Deer in the headlight.
I have another job, if y'all would be interested. We could negotiate the return of these weapons.
And for those of us without interest in the firearms,
You can go your own way.
well, it's more what is there on offer for us.
With this job, it gains you closer access to some of the crime families. I want their hold on my city gone. But if I see that these weapons are back on the streets and they've been marked, so I will know. Well, let's just say that noose isn't the only way executions go around here.
I've heard.
Well, you got my interest at least.
Finetta is still just sat there, like, looking small and confused and deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Is this actually of benefits to me? I suppose the crime families are the best need I have, unfortunately. And I'm guessing it's a kind of a done deal since, for you, Ollie?
I'm sorry.
The job.
It's our nickname for her.
Roll deception.
I'm happy that Finetta wasn't the one to blow it.
Rolled well, 19.
Okay.
I'm an uncharismatic Osmar.
How do you get Ollie from Halsey?
It was something she picked up on the boat.
Alright.
Take sip of whiskey.
Handshaking. Well, do we have an accord?
What exactly is it you want us to do?
Finetta looking scared at this point.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
Like I said, I have a job. If you agree to it, you'll get the terms of that job.
It's fair for us to know what we're agreeing to.
Yeah, my uncle lost a few fingers that way.
Everyone just looks at Meredith.
Yeah, just as it just turns his, like, cocks his head at Meredith, like, what?
Awesome stuff. It was just a poor idea to begin with.
I guess the gist
So-
of it is that there's a new form of transportation that's come to our kingdom. And the owner of this company is rather worried that there's going to be interference. in the first leg of this journey.
New form of transportation.
Yep.
So you're just asking us to keep someone safe?
I'd be asking you to watch over everyone,
So we're playing security.
essentially.
I can do that.
What
Where
kind
is it
of
that we'll be
transportation
traveling
is this?
They call it a locomotive engine.
I think you guys can probably visibly
those
see
things.
Amsden's eyes sparkle and it's like, technically not new, but I guess it's new again.
Exactly. Of course, there's worries amongst folk that this will attract the static beast.
Well, that seems to only be digital
Uh-huh.
things. Analog doesn't have much control or effect.
But the owner of the company is quite excited for his maiden voyage, as it were.
So we're running security, keeping away bandits and static beasts and whatnot.
Possibly
Whatever
even
comes
terrorist
at that
attacks.
train, no matter what it is, I need to know y'all can take care of it.
Do you know of anyone who's already got their eyes on it?
It's
Any
heading towards.
houses? Any families?
Considering where it's going, the Wilks have an interest in it.
Where's it going?
I know where it is. I just never read it pamphlet. I wrote it down.
So at first,
for more
like,
detail.
Meredith was amused, and now it's like a big grin, like, oh, that's great.
Amsden also has probably a similar grin.
Oh, that's my dad.
We're both looking at each other like,
Except you have no idea why Amsden's excited about this, but Amsden knows why you are.
Yeah.
It's heading towards
Well-
Kirihara.
Where?
Hara.
Oh, jeez.
Alright.
Do you mind moving your mouse over where that is? I can't quite see it here.
I think I got a cousin Yahara.
That's the place? Okay.
Where's Umadant?
Oh, that's quite far. What's the path that this technology takes?
I don't
That
know.
is still very confused.
You'd have to ask the owner.
Maybe the old methods could be probably fallen apart by now. We're built through dwarves. It's
Just
interesting.
trying to find where the places I need to go to are on this map. Okay, there's one there.
I'm trying to.
there.
Maybe it might be covered up by that map, but I don't see any roads.
No, wait,
Nope,
I think my
it's not
cousin
there.
was from
Where's the Unadant?
Narakaru,
Were you looking at him?
I'm looking for
I think.
Unadent. Unadendent.
here.
Unadendent? Oh, is that it?
Dun-dun-dun.
Unadendin.
Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, okay.
Dun-dun-dun.
Alright.
Can
That's how
anyone
it's spelled. It's done.
Can anyone see
Unadendin.
Narguna or Rechev on here?
Narguna or a Chev?
Rechev, yeah.
I see a Narcarb.
Narkaru?
Narguna.
Narguna.
I don't see it. What's the other place?
Narguna and Rechev.
Rechev.
Okay, there's
There's
Rechev.
a Chev.
There's Rechev.
Okay. And then just Narguna as well.
Oh,
there it is.
Narguna.
Okay. Near the border. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's where I'm going.
this works out for me. I'm all aboard for this. Pardon the pun. Oh, I guess you wouldn't. Old pun, technically. I'm all aboard for it.
Yeah, it's very much in my line of work, so works for me.
And you, Miss Hope?
I mean, if my Conrads are taking it, then I guess I can too.
Sure. He was gonna look at you like, yeah, okay.
I want to do a persuasion check to convince him that I'm not evil like you think I am.
That might be deception.
It is deception.
I think that would be deception.
17.
I would say
my
you.
dice.
Oh no. I was about to say, I'd say that you'd convince some Finetta with that roll. However, she's been around you for too long now.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't look convinced.
God, I get
I mean, it's
Please
his job.
gets all the best rolls against me.
He really is.
It's his job to know when people are
And
lying.
they also found those guns directly on you.
Yeah.
He found them in my bag, and we told him that we got them from pirates. So, like, just saying.
I mean, the other officers may have even mentioned you breaking in.
That's true. Well, it also
Yeah.
as far as they know, she just
She was
walked in
giving
because
more-
Gary forgot to
She was
to
getting more
close up.
information.
Mm-hmm. But that's
Just
still.
walked in. It's not her fault they have bad security in the police station.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So he looks over you. Alright.
Hold on. You said this is for company, right? What do they want? What is their goal with bringing back technology? That will only cause more death and destruction, won't it?
The goal is to make
Eh?
money.
And transportation helps unite the world.
Like in change.
In money and change doesn't matter.
I could. What was it for?
Andy, mute your mic.
Oh, I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
Here's mine. It's $400. You know what that's for.
Yeah, I do.
Sandy, mute
That's
your
going.
mic.
I'm also in.
I'm
Sandy.
doing
Yeah.
ladies up
No,
and
they're
down.
live streaming it.
What?
Yeah.
Y'all.
Be gone.
Y'all.
Be gone.
Why are you live streaming it?
Because we wanted to.
Fair enough.
Anyways.
Roommate.
And the other nosy roommate.
We love you.
Anyways.
Alright.
As they watch Meredith battle it out with the voices in her head.
She calls them her roommates.
Finetta just looks very, like, concerned and worried by.
I'll explain some
basically
more
what's
of the
going on.
details to you later.
Alright, hello?
Hi.
Hello.
But I understand, and I want to help keep people safe, but is this really for the right reasons?
This isn't putting anyone in danger.
If anything, it's keeping more people safe. The more security they have when moving this automobile, the safer it is.
Does Ollie know what an automobile is? I guess Amazon talked about them.
No, yeah. And he kind of explained that it was a new form of transportation, called it an automobile.
He said a locomotive.
Oh, sorry. Locomotive then. Sorry. My bad.
Just think if people were hurt, they might not have a healer on hand. Be a crying shame.
But
Look,
Dr.
look,
Ransom's
oh.
going.
Honestly, I could care who in your little party goes. As long as the majority of you go. Do we have a deal?
I'm going.
Yeah.
It sounds like these
Works
two,
for me.
pointing to Meredith and Ollie, are going.
Alright. He hands you back your papers. Amsden, yours has your name on it, and Ollie, yours has
I
the
can
name.
now add official travel
You
papers.
can now put in your inventory official travel papers. But yours has the name of your alter ego.
Alias.
You gave. And he hands Amsden. Actually, no. One sec here. Okay, yeah. He hands Amsden the bag of guns. But he does keep the blunderbuss and says, this is a little extreme. I'm gonna keep this one. And puts it in his desk there.
Alright. Well, where is this person's company and what's it called?
If you head over to the White Grove district, they're calling it a station there that they built up just on the edge of town. So if you head towards there, you really can't miss it.
Alright. White Grove District Station. Probably can be called White Grove Station. That's typically how their names used to be.
Well,
Interesting.
Well, I guess we'll be on our way.
Off we go.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
He's returned everyone's papers, yeah?
yes.
Yep.
He kind of nods.
Yeah,
Waits for you guys
saying,
to
off
leave.
we go!
Yeah, I assumed that off we go meant we were leaving.
Yeah.
Panetta will once again give a bow and say
Hey, Taylor, light your way.
to him as we leave.
He nods
And
and
they leave.
finishes his drink.
And that's how the guard captain got blasted by 9 a.m.
It is in the evening.
Yeah, it took us at least 6 hours to get, like 6 to 7 hours to get
yeah,
back.
True. True. I just love that every meeting now he's gonna have to like drink just to sit through it. Like, God, these chuckle fucks again.
Well, that went surprisingly well.
Yeah, you
Got
got
most
you
of-
got your guns back, so you can do whatever you're.
Most of them, and she'll roll her eyes, and then she's gonna hit Amsden and be like, "You freaking idiot!"
What did I do?
Are we out of earshot in this hall right now, or?
I mean, you're still within the police station?
Are we?
Yeah.
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 You said you
Just
left
walked
his
out the
office.
door.
I thought we were like leaving.
No, you guys just said you left the office. That's the only thing I heard you say.
Oh. Okay, now we are leaving.
Okay.
Once we are out of earshot, we will have this conversation.
So you guys step outside.
Stealthily.
The street lamps have now all been lit. So you get a nice glow as you
Dude.
start to walk home. Or back to the inn. I'm assuming
I
that's
was
where
gonna
you're
say,
going.
I think we're. Well, Danetta's just gonna look at the group and kind of be like, "Where are we going?" Because we don't have an inn. And as well, she's gonna also look to Ollie and be like, "Ollie, who is Miss Hope?" Ollie's muted. Okay.
We'll never know.
Well, let's see. We have our options of either finding a place to stay. We do know that one place we were at. Alternatively,
Copperos?
let's see. How late is it?
Well, 7 now.
7. Possibly the person we are supposed to meet for this would still be doing stuff, and we could introduce ourselves and get everything situated right then, and then meet them in the morning, but it won't really change the schedule, because I doubt they're leaving today. So probably better just to get a proper rest after our ride.
Vanetta kind of looks to you, Amston.
Amston, but
Yes.
is that the right thing to do?
What?
I mean, if it creates and attracts the static beasts, then
No. Like Amazon Amazon like puts his like hand to like his forehead and like with like 3 fingers, just like, no. There's a difference between analog technology and digital. From what I've gathered, it is more digital that attracts the static beasts. Things like, also things like radio waves or digital monitoring systems.
She kind of
Anything like
also,
that.
things start to click in her head a little bit as she just kind of looks at you as well and just says,
Gears and things like that don't have much of an issue.
Dr. Amston,
Yes?
she kind of just looks you up and down. Hey Holly, artificers are a known thing, right? She would call him an artificer right now.
Make a history check.
That's a 10.
No. Vanetta would have probably had a pretty sheltered life with the monastery.
Okay.
It's not something that's talked about in good company, essentially.
Okay, so she wouldn't necessarily know what an artificer is, but okay.
She'd know that there were people out there
Just doesn't know the name.
who
Yeah.
deal with technology, but yeah, doesn't know the name.
are you one of those people that deal with technology that tracks them?
I'm an archaeologist. I've studied the past.
I had always thought that was like,
Are dinosaurs a thing that are still alive? Or are they extinct?
No, you don't see dinosaurs. No one's ever heard of dinosaurs, really.
No one's ever heard of them, or just like they're extinct kind of deal?
No one's ever really heard of them.
Okay. Vanetta just
Yeah.
kind of looks a little... She just looks a little bit shocked and taken aback and is like,
I always thought you were more of a medical doctor.
I am. Archaeology is more of a hobby. And also, it was part of my minor, looking into the ancient history of this world, seeing what we can learn.
Ancient medicine is
Sorry?
that kind of stuff. You could learn about ancient medicines,
Exactly.
Maybe they're onto something. Yeah.
Yes.
For example, I know this one guy. His head actually worked on a railroad like this, and wound up getting a hole drilled in his head, releasing the blood pressure. Good as new.
I don't know if Meredith knew about Phineas Gage.
Actually, Phineas Gage didn't have a thing drilled in his head. He got impaled through the head with a spike.
Yes.
There's a difference.
This is...
Yeah, I was referencing trepanation.
Vanetta is just
Using it
looking
to-
shocked
yeah.
and is like,
This is also the first railroad you guys have ever heard of.
yeah. Vanetta's just
The
looking
story of
shocked
Phineas
though and is
Gage
like,
really well known.
We could just pray to a god and they would fix him.
because they can do that.
Gods can't fix everything.
Yeah. Also, he had a right temper at the time. He wasn't praying to anybody. Lots of damnation, though.
Vanetta looks very uncomfortable right now. And she also, sorry, while your mic was muted, she also asked you, Ollie,
Holly, who is Miss Hope?
or
Well-
Ollie, sorry.
Yeah, and she'll look at Amston. If we're going to be traveling together for a while, then I guess that's something I should explain, because I
Maybe
do,
once we're
I would
back at a
appreciate
Tavern.
your
though.
discretion. And those are very pointed words at Amston.
Okay.
He doesn't
so,
care. Should probably wait till we're back at a
And-
tavern.
That's fine. We can talk there.
As she kind of looks at the three of you and is just like,
Also, tell me, how much have you all actually fought things?
I thought things.
I've been
moderately.
Dealing with bandits and outlaws since I was 16.
That's an interesting life you lived. I've had to get myself in a few sticky situations. I think I've even dealt with a static beast once, if I recall.
I personally try to avoid it as much as possible. However,
That's
However.
good, just because, I mean, with how things went with that Revenant, I feel like there's a lot we need to discuss about if we have to fight again, about, not having it go that terribly. I mean, I don't like to fight, but I was trained to fight at the monastery.
Once
Yeah,
again, the
let's
incredibly
bookmark this
calloused hands.
conversation. And then Ollie's gonna start walking towards the end. So where are we staying tonight?
Well, I thought we were gonna go check on that job tonight first. Right,
Yeah,
Dr.
probably.
Epstein?
No, I was saying we could, but we wouldn't make any difference if we did it today or tomorrow. And we'd probably be better off getting some rest.
Okay. Well, do we want to sell that scroll then?
We could definitely do that still. Get us some more money
It's
for...
a bit late though, isn't it?
It's
shops
evening.
still seem to be open.
Alright. Do we want to go back to the Copper Rose? The Copper Rose place, or find somewhere else?
I mean, I think it would be better if we stayed near to the station, wouldn't it?
Yes, preferably somewhere in the same district would be ideal.
Okay. Are you guys gonna...
I think that we should go at least be near the place rather than on the other side of town.
Why not something a
That
little
makes
closer
sense.
to our job in the morning?
That's
Exactly.
That's
That's
what
cool.
we're saying.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's the station, not the police station, the locomotive station place.
And perhaps
Lead
on
the
the way we
way.
can find a place to sell this item.
May the Lord be with me.
And Finetta's gonna look for a place to sell the item on the way.
Okay.
That is a natural 20 for a total of 28.
Goddamn.
Okay.
I see everything. I am Sloth. You see a fucking like a third eye that's actually just a sun open on Finetta's forehead.
In my medical opinion, that's not healthy.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Cousin
Okay.
Jethro, the hole in his head looked nothing like that.
Sorry, I'm just looking for a good
All good.
place for you guys to go.
But yeah, I figured like if there's a locomotive, they need like railroads put down and everything. So I was thinking it wasn't too far to just say like, oh yeah, a cousin of mine
Railroads don't
was
exist.
working on that. Yeah, but they do now.
Yeah.
Well,
And if
one.
you're gonna have a train going anywhere.
One does.
Yeah, but if that train is going anywhere, it needs a railroad.
Maybe
does
it's the rail that does.
Okay, so making your way through the White Grove area, you can see it's a little bit more cleaner and newer than some of the city that you've been in so far. Finally, Finetta, your eyes come across the shop. Eden's Marvelous Vault. So it's a two-story building with stone walls, with several leaded glass windows and a smooth stone floor. The surrounding yard, kind of outside of the shop, is filled with statues of mythical creatures.
Vanetta will like tug on Dr. Amston's lab coat and be like, over there.
Alright, it seems like a place named for something like that, but who knows in this city? I guess we'll head in.
You head inside? Okay. You open the door and you see kind of shelves of scrolls and crystals, items kind of behind glass cases, and a young male elf kind of washing some of those cases with his back towards you.
In Elvish, I'll be like, good evening.
He turns around. Oh, hello. How can I help you tonight?
We've recently procured a magic scroll that we're wondering if you'd be interested in purchasing.
Sure. Come around. Yeah, so he takes a look at the scroll you have in there. Scroll of Charm Person. Interesting. You don't always see these scrolls too much. Are you sure you want to part with it? No spellcasters amongst your group here?
None of us that can use it.
Fair enough. Let's see here. Could maybe give you 8 gold pieces for it.
8 gold.
8 gold. That's like... No, for a first level spell.
Yeah.
Well, even for a first level spell, like...
Yeah, I'm running through the things in my head like, okay, a first level spell, that'd be a... Is that uncommon item? Or is that a common item? I think it's uncommon.
No, it's
Maybe,
common.
Yeah, it's common.
For a first
so,
level spell, I think.
Yeah, so that's at max 50 for an uncommon item, but let's see, it is usable, like it gets consumed, so that's definitely at least half the price. So at most 25 gold, at least like 1.
Yeah, depending on the spell.
Charm Person is not a huge, like, powerful spell, so that sounds right. And that's all the thing that went through Amston's head. You can see the math flying around.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Alright. He opens his register and counts out 8 gold into your hand.
Yep. I pass 2 to everyone.
Anything else I can help you with?
What do you have for sale? I've never been in a shop like this before.
You've never been in a magic shop before?
No, I was raised at the monastery of Paylor.
Oh, the new.
As Ollie says that, or as Vanetta says that, Ollie rolls her eyes like this again.
I mean, we have lots of different things. What exactly are you looking for?
I'm really just interested to learn about anything that you have.
Do you perhaps have magical items?
I've got a few. Let me just check my log here. I just have a few different rods, a scimitar, a few staffs, a ring or 2.
What kind of rings?
Yes.
I have a ring of freedom of movement.
Fascinating. And
How much would that
other
run
ones?
someone?
That seems to be the only one. I think my assistant sold the other one
Fair.
earlier today. That would run you about 4,000 gold.
A little steep.
Yeah.
What about any of these rods? Or perhaps better to ask, do you have anything within a 50 gold price range.
Jesus Christ.
I have a few. I have a couple of scrolls for that. Other than that, magical items aren't exactly cheap.
Fair.
What kind of scrolls do you have?
I have a scroll of mage armor. Let's see
I
here.
don't think any of us could use that one.
No. A scroll of
Well, I mean, it's really just Amsden and Finetta who are the spell. Oh no, that's right, Ranger. Forgot
color
about Ranger.
spray.
Nope.
So
Do artificers not get color spray?
No, we have barely any spells.
Huh. Okay, interesting.
That may have been UA. If they had it.
Maybe. Maybe.
That's about the ones I have for your price range.
Alright, that's fair. I think that'll be it for today.
Alright.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for your time.
Do come again when your pockets are heavier.
Of course. Hopefully after this job
That'll
we're
be our
doing.
first stop.
Yes.
what keeps dropping?
I think that's Holly putting her drink down.
Very violently.
You guys going to look for a place to stay in the district?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Actually,
says praise pay lore and takes a look.
We could just ask the shop
I was
owner.
gonna say, yeah, before we go, we could just ask him.
That's fair.
Yeah, sorry, but do you happen to know of any inns within this district?
I know a few. I'm assuming you're not looking for high-end accommodations.
Moderate.
Ollie, the first word spoken.
Ollie's standing behind Amston, and she like gives the store owner like kind of like a thumbs up motion, like high end.
We might not have thousands of gold on us, but we do have a decent amount.
Okay. Looking for a good inn. Why not try the Whispering Cup? It's a few blocks down that way.
Whispering Cup. Alright.
Well, I guess we'll be on our way then. And Ollie leaves.
Yep. Amazon follows.
Yep. And we all leave and we go to the Whispering place.
Cup.
The Whispering Cup. That's what I said.
Yes, you
Nailed it.
You come across another smooth stone building. You can hear voices of patrons coming from the inside. But it looks well kept from the outside there. Do you guys continue on in?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, as you enter, you can see various humans and dwarves and shifters mingling about in the tavern. You see a gang of half orcs who look a little street tough, have cornered a table in the back and are having an arm wrestling competition. In another kind of corner, you can see a sorcerer talking to some wide-eyed looking young human males, showing them different spells and everything. Yeah.
This doesn't seem like a bad place.
How nice is it?
It looks nicer than the inns you've stayed in so far.
Okay. I guess this one will do then.
Vanetta goes up to the front counter.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah, from behind the counter, you see a male gnome. He looks surprisingly a little rough around the edges. He's got a strong, muscular arms as he's wiping down the counters there.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Me and my friends are looking for rooms for the night.
Sure. How many rooms will you be needing?
Vanetta just kind of turns back.
How many rooms are you guys wanting?
Probably one each.
I'm happy to share.
I'll take my own.
Okay.
Alright, so
probably-
3 rooms.
She turns around.
I suppose 3 rooms.
Let me just check my accommodations here. I'm gonna go through, his book. It looks like all we have left are our small private rooms. They come with a bed, some amenities, and a covered chamber cot. They're about 5 silver per day.
Alright, so then there'll be 4 rooms then.
Okay.
Alright.
Amzin gets his 5 silver.
In which case,
Okay.
I will
Yeah,
put down
same.
my own 5 silver now that I have money. And I almost removed Electrum.
Oh no. But you don't have any
no.
to remove.
Campaign idea. Only currency is Electrum.
Fuck you.
That would just make
Why
the
would you do
DM's
this,
life
Ross?
really difficult. No one else's.
Oh,
It's
no,
the
DM
Electrum
has...
standard, you know?
Yeah. Well, no, here's the thing. For the DM, it's just like, alright, and I just got, turn like 300 gold into however much Electrum. That's not the difficult part. The difficult part is like when it's things like, I want to buy a thing that's worth like 2 copper. And it's like, well,
The Electrum
like-
standard. It's 1 Electrum.
oh god.
Inflation. It's
Yeah.
nasty.
I like to buy that barrel of oil. Here's 3 Electrum.
So he hands each of you 3 silver keys. He says, your rooms are just up those stairs, and if you head to the right, you'll...
There'd be 4 keys.
4, yeah, sorry.
Or hand each of us 3 keys.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no.
wait a
There's
second.
3 locks on the door. Yeah, sorry.
That's
Security.
fancy.
Yeah, security.
You know
Each
what?
of you-
I can appreciate that.
A silver key.
Alright.
Yeah. If you just head up the stairs, take the passage to your left, and your rooms will be across from each other there.
Alright, thank you. Well, let's go put our stuff away and then we'll probably come down for food.
Yeah. Besides, we have lots to talk about still, don't we?
Yes.
If you're looking for a bathhouse as well for the night, just next door, my sister runs the overflowing vase. You can head there.
Vanetta's eyes go
Vase.
kind of wide, goes kind of wide, and
So
like
that's
sparkle, and she
business.
just like looks at you guys with her fists clenched under her head, and she's like, "Can we go?"
Sure?
Yeah, perhaps after dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta give it an hour, so...
Vanetta just looks so happy right now.
I'm
Ages since I've gone to a bathhouse. Do I miss the ones at the
I'm
monastery so
realizing-
much?
I'm really one of these campaigns has to have at least one sauna episode.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
We don't have.
How else did the party get to know each other?
I was gonna say, guys,
I
remember.
still know, Holly promised me this was gonna be the musical episode. So I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
waiting for that.
Yeah, I heard the songs that she wrote.
He didn't criticize the songs that I wrote.
Oh yeah, very high hopes.
Well, no, I was gonna say, is this going to be a normal bathhouse scene or an anime bathhouse scene?
No,
Normal.
Bryson.
Okay. Because I mean, anime bathhouse scene, like, we have to know, like, who has the biggest bust out of the 3 girls, so that we can make fun of them for having the biggest bust.
I don't think that's how
We
that
live
works.
in North America.
That is how it works in anime, damn it. That's why I asked if we're having an anime one or not.
Okay.
Think that'd be character based.
We're going normal, or as normal as a D&D party can
Anyways, we're going to our rooms first.
Yep.
go. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
guess
whose room
just,
are we
set
gonna?
away the duster and luggage.
Yeah, so whose room are we gonna talk in?
Or not talking over dinner?
Probably somewhere a little bit more discreet.
Venetta's door is just open.
I guess that works.
Yeah.
Ollie walks in and she's gonna sit on Finetta's bed, but she's gonna sit on it in a way where like she's sitting like kind of inconveniently on it, so that if anyone else wants to sit on it, they kind of have to like squeeze in awkwardly.
Finetta squeezes in awkwardly, immediately, with no hesitation.
I'm
The
just
Sandy
gonna do a
approach.
quick little search of the room.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Anything that might be some way of listening or anything out of the ordinary. He's kind of paranoid. He'll give himself guidance.
Does it say anything to anyone?
No, he's just kind of looking around.
Okay.
That is 26.
You don't find anything.
Okay.
Maybe some dust along the
Huh.
end of
Yeah.
the...
Yeah, so he just kind of like sweats his fingers like, I think for the price of the clean a little bit better. Just kind of rubbing the dust between his finger and his thumb.
Mm-hmm. So once everyone's all loaded in and the door closes,
Yeah.
And locks.
mm-hmm.
And locked and locked.
Yeah, it's canon now. There's 3 locks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They value security over comfort.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
known as one of the safest inns in the city.
That's good.
Which means, of course, we're
Yeah,
gonna get robbed
you're gonna
while we're
murder.
out.
Yeah. Some
I mean, if
safest
you
ship in
don't
the
get
world. It
robbed,
can't
we're
sink.
safe in, are you even playing D&D?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll keep that in mind for my game.
Oh no.
Who do you guys want to talk about?
Well, I think we'll start with
Finetta's
the
just...
elephant in the room and looks towards Ollie.
Yeah, Finetta's just staring at Ollie.
So, she looks back at them and says, so, where do we leave off? Alright, so, Halsey Hope. Well, as you guys might guess, sometimes when you're in the same line of work I am, it's nice to have the security of a fake name.
But your line of work is a merchant. Never heard of a merchant with a fake name.
Gods help us, a dishonest merchant.
What?
I know.
During this conversation, Ollie just locks eyes with Amston, like, who are these people? Who is she? Like,
Yeah, Anderson just kind of gives you just like a defeated just head shake, like
yeah.
monastery kid.
Those homeschooled monastery kids. She says, with like a sigh, yes, Finetta, when you're a merchant, sometimes it's nice to have a,
Make a deception check.
even sure if this is a deception check.
Yeah, the
because
way
she
you
is
said
so dumb.
merchant, I could hear the finger quotes
Yeah.
around it.
That's a 14 deception.
She
Make an
passively beats
insight
that.
check. Make an
passes-
insight
Yeah.
check.
Her
If you're
passive
making
is
me
already
roll
16.
for it, I make. Okay, so you can tell that she is being. It hurt her to say merchant. You could-
If you're actively looking for someone to be lying to you, you're gonna have to
Okay.
roll for it.
That's still a 16.
Okay.
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
see what's the word? You can see her roll her eyes when she says it. So
Ollie,
yeah,
are you not a merchant?
she just sighs and she just keeps going. She's not even gonna respect that with an answer. When you're in my line of work,
So not a
sometimes
merchant.
it can be helpful to have an alter ego per se. And she looks at Amston. Now that you know that, I would like some discernment from the group. I think we should make it a group norm that if somebody gives a fake name, we respect the fake name.
I thought I covered very well.
Yeah, Finetta's just like, why would we ever have to fake our names?
Sometimes people want to hurt you and you need to come up with a fake name so they don't find you.
That's horrible.
She just looks a little sad.
Yes, the world's
What
a
a
horrible
world we
place.
live in, yada yada yada. Okay, so who's next?
Well, let's see. The person who's the biggest unknown is Meredith.
How am I another? Well,
Meredith grew up on a farm.
Say there. Literally, she's not even wrong. I grew up on a farm. Not a whole lot of excitement on my end.
A person who just grows up on a farm doesn't carry around, he puts up finger quotes, stringless crossbows, and
Literally
yeah.
string of
hunts
crossbows.
down monsters.
Well, you do if they're harassing your horses in the middle of the night.
Fair, but then there's this whole thing with the lady in red.
Yeah, well, that was as much a shock to me as it probably isn't to you guys.
Where did that happen exactly? Back in your
Uh,
home?
About 2 miles out of town. Well, let's see. Home from the bar. Something hit me around the back of the head. Threw a punch, missed, and then a few more blows. And then I woke up about 2 miles out of town. She's giving this whole speech about like, yeah, you're not going to use this. She's holding the key, and then she's got the gun, and then she had an actual gun.
That reminds me, Amston, I'll be taking my guns back.
Well, do you need all of them right now? Because it sounds like you won't really be able to complete your job for a while.
All I know is that I'm liable for these weapons until I deliver them. So,
I'm just asking to borrow one of them for while we complete this job.
you already have your palm pistol. Because there would be 3 palm pistols.
But I could use maybe one of these pistols.
Ollie takes a second to think. No, my client wouldn't be too happy about that.
We'd get back to them.
I think they're aiming for near mid versus barely used is the issue.
Yeah.
And I
So
have the
she's gonna
know-how
hold her
how
hand up to
to
the
build one from scratch. I think I can
Finetta
make
just
it
kind
look
of wide
new.
eyes looks at you.
Ollie's gonna look at Amston and be like, let's put a bookmark in this conversation for later.
Fine.
Alright.
And she kind of looks towards Finna, like, we're gonna talk about this when Finna is not here.
Yeah.
She realizes this.
We're gonna talk about some illegal ass shit, okay?
As for a stringless crossbow thing, like, she'll hand you the rifle, and it's like a breech loading thing, so it basically crack it open, and you can see on the hammer of the rifle, the hammer has like a rune on it. That's why it doesn't use a string. You put the bolt in, crack it back, fire, hammer hits, and the rune applies an excessive amount of force.
Well,
It
then
works like
probably
a
a
rifle, looks like a
better
rifle.
term would be an arcane gun.
I don't know, that's just what my dad called it.
This is also a fairly sophisticated device for a simple farmer.
Well, he used to be in the army and everything. I guess he like brought it back with him.
And also, this lady in red has ties to these families. These highly dangerous crime families. Why would someone like that be seeking out something you have?
That one's kind of got me stumped, I'll admit. Don't get me wrong, she was after the key, but she also made it sound personal. Like she had something either against me or someone in my family. I don't quite get it, and frankly, I don't really care. Fact is, she didn't fight me face to face, and I'm looking to get back at her for that.
Right. So, you could still definitely put all of us in danger for this lady in red coming after you if she finds out you're alive. Which, if you've been asking around these families, could probably get back to you if even the police heard you were asking around.
Yeah, I suppose so. So, something tells me that, you guys are gonna find some trouble one way or another.
I'm just trying to get my job done and head home.
I mean,
Right.
same. I'm here on my pilgrimage.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally don't quite understand why she was after the key, or how she even knew about it, to be honest.
Alright, so that'll be something for later. If there is a later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you mentioned before that you had no idea what this key is used for.
No, it's kind of a coming of age thing in my family. You know, you come of age, have a party, you know, do what people do. But then also, Dad took me aside and he's like, it's your turn, this is the family's key, guard it with your life, blah blah blah. I don't even know if he knew what it's for, just that it's kind of an important family tradition.
Okay. Well, anyways, I think the next thing we need to talk about is if we have to fight.
Oh, right.
So, how does everyone go about doing that? You all seem to just run away. So I take it everyone here likes to fight from a distance?
Yeah.
Yes, I prefer to use ranged weapons, crossbow and firearms. My magic is
Oh.
there, but limited.
Ollie, you too?
I'm more interested in I'm really indifferent to range or distance. I'm mostly just looking for a place that's a little more shadowy. Some place where I can hide pretty easily. Catch 'em off guard.
Okay. Well, I think the first matter that we need to discuss is if we're fighting multiple things, then we should probably try and focus on taking one of them down ahead, or before fighting everything, if possible.
And that's our probably
there
the
one
first
there?
thing
Oh.
is not to face things head on.
I don't disagree with that, but
Probably
That's
even
not always
avoiding
gonna be
fights
the case.
altogether if we can.
I'm talking if we encounter more undead or monsters, things that can't be reasoned with.
Yeah, coming against things like undead, I'm not the most useful against. They can't really be poisoned. So, avoiding those would honestly be best.
Well, of course, but they should be purged if we find them.
Yeah, sure, but avoiding priority.
Also, we shouldn't try to negotiate with them, like you guys tried to. If we
Try
see
to
them,
save
the
they
children.
should just be burned away.
Always like checking her nails. She's just listening to the conversation enough that she knows what's being said.
I was
She knows
prioritizing
when
the
to nod.
children's safety. Getting our job done as soon as possible without needlessly fighting.
I mean, in the words of Paylor, undead should be sent on so that we can end their suffering.
In the words of our employer, we were to get the children home safe, not necessarily kill the thing doing it.
We can do both, can't we?
Getting all this done as soon as possible is the priority.
There's a distinction between what can be done and what should be done. Our dear doctor is trying to get at.
I see.
We're not exactly grade A monster hunters, you know?
I wouldn't
We
even
got-
call us monster hunters.
Yeah, we got a rancher, a gun runner, a doctor, archaeologist, hobbyist, and a cleric. Trying to handle these things with some amount of discretion, at least to gain a small advantage, no matter how minor, probably isn't the worst way to handle these things.
I agree
And
exactly with
all-
what you just said. All it says
Thank
still
you.
checking out the nails.
I appreciate that vouch of confidence. But yeah, so I guess that's my 2 cents on it. Yeah. Also, while I prefer to fight from a range, if no one else is going to be out front, then I'm not too bad a shot that I can get pretty close to them.
You also seem to turn
AKA.
invisible.
You gotta go sneak around in the dark. Again,
That wasn't sneaking around in the
Like-
dark. I can see in the dark, and I couldn't see you.
very good at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the event that we do find ourselves fighting multiple things, I do think it's better if we focus on one of them, as opposed to just hitting everything. If we can take down
Right.
one creature, that's one less thing attacking us.
So I guess prioritize whoever hits the hardest and, focus them
Right.
down and then move on.
Getting rid of spellcast
gonna
is also
say-
good.
I don't disagree with that, but I also think that we should nominate a tactician. If we go into combat, and I think that we should have a person who we all trust in the heat of the moment that we can agree on and follow their orders.
I think if we're doing this ideally, we would have our plan set out ahead of time before getting into a fight.
I don't disagree,
Yeah.
but once again, that's not always going to be the case. So,
I don't
I'd
know.
like
It's difficult to try and plan and, apply those kind of tactics and all of that in the heat of the moment.
That's what I'm saying. There's one person who's ready to decide on what to do in the heat of the moment, rather than all of us just going our different ways and doing whatever.
Vanetta, if it makes you feel better, you can hang out next to me during fights, and guess I'll make sure you won't die.
Got
And
very
everyone
quiet
goes
suddenly.
dead quiet.
Yeah, really.
We're just looking at each other like, I think that was a nice thing that she said. That's weird.
It was nice, but with an edge.
Yeah.
Ollie just wants this conversation over.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Alright, so we're all clear on that. All done. Questioning each other. Food time?
Last thing. Yeah, I guess we must get food. I believe that's everything we needed to talk about.
Wonderful, because I am starving. Well, not starving, but, hungry.
Yeah.
Do you guys head downstairs into the
Well,
tavern?
before you go, there's one thing I'd like to teach you all quickly.
And Finetta's gonna teach them how to battle dance.
Battle dance?
Ollie's not paying attention. Ollie says, "Oh, look at the time. I think it's time for dinner."
Battle dance, yes. The tactic where you have 3 people in melee around the thing, and each person keeps shifting to give advantage to the next person that attacks.
Are you guys willing
So that's
to?
how we can. Yeah. So I'm going to. Finetta will explain that tactic to everyone so that we
Oh.
know and can implement it.
Let me.
Okay.
One sec here.
See, Anderson's probably his foot tapping and just like,
Cleric,
The whole time, Ollie's
I mean-
making funny faces at Amston whenever Finetta's not looking.
yeah, Anderson's just looking impatient.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out, Finetta, your proficiency in relaying or teaching or knowing something like that.
Alright.
I mean,
You know that.
I wouldn't say that, or I'd say that she'd be knowledgeable of tactics, since part of being a light domain cleric is chasing away darkness and fighting evil.
Yes. The monk is Palar. Yes, they're trained combatants. You aren't quite a full member monk, because that's why you're on your pilgrimage. You know. Give me an. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics.
Praise Baylor!
Paylor, give me patience to teach these motherfuckers.
That is a 12.
Okay. So you kind of watch Finetta kind of go through a mirrored version of what her teachers would have taught her. It's a little hard to kind of imagine. Panetta might be missing a few steps that were leading up to that point. But if you want to put in an effort, it might take you a few hours if you wanted to practice the drills with her that she's had to practice during her training.
For now, she'll just explain it, but she'll be like, when we get some time, we should do some practice.
Sure.
And then we get some food.
Okay, so you guys head
Food. Gotta get the food.
downstairs. Did Ollie, you already headed down there?
No.
I think she would have made her way for the door, and then when no one else left, she would have hung around. But then, like, when she saw that it started to get long, and like, Finetta only kind of knew what she was doing, then Ollie would have left. So probably like a minute or two before the rest of them.
Okay. So you're able to find a table kind of in the middle of the tavern, closer towards where the fireplace is. It was starting to kind of get a little rainy and gloomy out at night. So as the gang joins you there, a young gnome male comes up to you and goes, "Hey everyone, what can I get you?"
What's the special tonight?
Our dinner for tonight is a whole duck with black beans, carrots, and wild rice, and then we have pecan pie for dessert.
That sounds good.
Wonderful, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the special.
Sure, that's about it's about a gold for the special tonight.
This down gold.
All right.
Finetta will get it too.
Okay.
I'll get that and a scotch.
All right. Yeah, for our scotch, that'll be about 4 silver for the scotch.
Okay, so it's 5 in total.
It's a gold and 4 silver. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I heard 5. Okay, I misheard that.
Yeah, I'll also get a whiskey.
Whiskey, about the same.
Alright, 3 silver more.
Can I get any drinks for the rest of the table?
Oh, just whatever. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
All right. I will be back with your food. Heads
course.
on off. You can hear chatter on the tables next to you. The group of half-orcs still look very engaged in their arm wrestling competition. We've got mugs of ale surrounding their table. The food comes out to you about maybe 20 minutes later, and it's set in front of you with your drinks as well. And the young gnome bows to you and leaves to presumably help his father behind the bar there.
Alright.
Yeah, as you enjoy your meal for the night, the company maybe a little awkwardly quiet around your table. The rest of the bar seems like they're in good spirits, having fun. The fire is nice and warm, and you can hear the sound of the rain outside.
Very nice. Yeah.
I imagine, like, everyone's just eating, like, Emerson just... He's looking still tired. Like, the bags under his eyes as this journey's been going on longer, they've been getting worse.
Yeah, Ollie's probably just, like, watching it rain while she eats.
Okay. Do you guys head back upstairs after the meal?
We were gonna check out the bathhouse, weren't we?
Yeah, I'd say we probably like go up to our rooms quickly, get ready, and then go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ollie, do you head up to your room?
Yep.
Make a perception check for me, please.
What if I don't want?
Then you don't.
That's a natural 20. So perception, that's 23.
Okay. As you head upstairs I'm not sure if you're changing your clothes or putting maybe your weapons away. I'm not sure what you're doing up there. But as you head back upstairs, you see a little origami paper bird on your windowsill.
Okay. Ollie.
You've been marked for death.
Ollie will go and, like, I'm gonna do an investigation check on it first before she picks it up, just to see if she can see, like, mostly to see if anyone's still around or if they came in and left. That's a natural one.
You'd be. Oh, you shouldn't have rolled. Now I'm at a crossroads. No.
You had information you would have known, but now...
Sure. Yeah, why not? The paranoia is getting to you. So you feel just off. You can't quite recall. Even though this bird seems really familiar, you can't recall in your brain where it's from or whom it's from.
Ollie's going to pick it up, and she's going to read it. Or she's gonna, I guess, look at it and see if she sees anything, or, like, is it, like, can she tell if it's a note or anything, or if it's just a paper crane?
It looks like a little paper bird. There might be some writing on it.
She'll unfold it to see if there's any writing.
Okay.
Boom.
It blows up!
I mean, I could do that.
No, immediately you kind of recognize the boyish scrawl on the note as Theodore's handwriting. And
okay.
Your memory triggers that you both have used this method to communicate with each other many times before. There's even within the note a piece of paper for you to send a note back to him. The note seems worried. It says, "My dearest Ollie, I haven't heard from you in a while. The contact hasn't heard from you either. I'm getting worried. I know the seas have been rough lately. And there's greater things afoot as well. Please write me back to let me know that you're safe, what's going on."
Okay. So Ollie reads it and smiles, going from that, like, extreme, and she kind of, like, lets out a chuckle because she's like, frick, how could I be so paranoid I don't recognize the paper crane? And then I guess she'll take the time to write a note back, just summarizing that, you know, things have been a little hectic and that they've been thrown off their course many times. And it looks like this job's going to take longer than she thought, but, you know, she's with a group of mostly competent, she's joined up with a group of mostly competent, people, and we'll let him know as soon as she knows how long this is going to take.
Okay. So you fold up your letter into the form of a bird, and as you've done many times before, you open the window and whisper Theodore's name and watch as it flies across the city back home towards him.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'm assuming you head down to join the others. Are you waiting for Ollie downstairs?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Ollie's gonna hide her gun.
Yeah.
She's gonna take her gun with her to the
No,
bathhouse.
she's gonna hide them.
Oh, okay. Roll for sleight of hand.
I'm gonna use a lucky reroll because last time I rolled bad on one of these rolls, I lost my gun. Okay, 17.
Okay. You think you found kind of a space behind one of the dressers that'll suffice.
Meredith in her room is going to like hang her duster up and like her luggage and everything, but the rifle and pistol, she's gonna like lift the mattress and put it underneath.
Okay.
And then she's going to cast alarm.
Okay.
Alright. And then she'll be back down and, just regular clothes and everything.
Sounds good. And Finetta and Amsden, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, Finetta just leaves her stuff in the room that she's not gonna need, but she's taken the lamp with her.
Yeah, Amazon just left his bag.
Okay.
He comes down in the same clothes that he's always usually wearing. His lab coat's probably getting a little bit dirty now.
We get it, you're a doctor.
Most doctors don't wear a lab coat.
I know, but
We get it, you're a
everyone to know.
We get it, you had your medical license revoked under mysterious circumstances in Argentina.
We get it, you didn't kill your wife.
I like how it's just escalating.
Yeah.
Meredith, are you alarmed? Sorry, are you alarming the door or the window in your room?
It's a problem.
It can cover a 20-foot space, so I think the whole room would be able to fit, no?
Okay. Yeah, that should cover from the door to the window. So we've got most of the room covered.
What spell did I prepare today? I didn't choose those.
Okay. So you all head downstairs.
You know what? Actually, yeah, Amza would have also alarmed his.
Okay.
Ritually casted.
Even with the 3 locks, you guys alarm your rooms there.
Probably don't need fit.
This city, it has so much crime.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Did you think about that one change that we talked about?
One
Okay.
session without losing my guns, okay? That's all I want.
No, not allowed.
Well, if you learn how to rogue properly, then maybe.
I'm trying!
The other option
This
is
is why I either play, like, the beat-em-down tank or the comic relief character, okay?
Well, I mean, you have been one of those.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
the funny thing is, if you just asked one of us, we could alarm your room as well.
Holly doesn't know you can do that.
Yes, I do. I'm the
No,
DM.
Ollie.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head downstairs, meet up with each other, and you head out. It's now raining pretty hard now into the night there. But as soon as you step out into the street, you see the sign immediately for the overflowing bogs. And you head inside there.
We ride.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as you walk in, we might just take a quick break, quick bathroom break for a second here.
Yeah. Like we've already done like a lot of talking about like what brought you into this line of work. Well, I got shot, and that didn't really sit right by me. So,
What brought you into
Yeah.
this line of work? I don't know. You just showed up, and now I'm here.
So yeah, I think this would be a good spot if you want to take a quick 10-minute break.
all right.
Sounds good. All right, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Cool. Will the stream be able to hear us, or am I good to like go and make some food?
Can you make food in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
That's what a microwave's for.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's more so like, you know, I was thinking I could just like bring my phone with me and like keep chatting with you guys while we're on break, but I don't know if the audience would hear.
I can make sure they don't.
And then Hayden pulls out a gun.
All right, don't start
All right.
deleting people yet.
back.
Alright, so you guys were just heading in to the overflowing vase for some good old-fashioned public bath time. So as you were heading in, you immediately noticed just like plants everywhere. Like you kind of had to work yourself around a maze of plants just to get to the front desk. But it's hot and humid in the building, and kind of the sense of soap and just general cleanliness, I guess, kind of fill the room. When you finally make your way to the front desk, you see a gnomish woman, middle-aged, with kind of golden hair, braided in pigtails, and a kind of a flower crown on her head. She goes, "Well, hey there, friends. How can I help you today?"
Hello! Also, your crown is so beautiful!
As Finetta kind of just like is admiring it.
"Oh, why, thank you."
All of these plants looks like they're so taken well care of for. Are you the one who takes care of them?
"Oh, yes, these are all my plants."
Oh, they're beautiful.
"Is there anything I can get for you today?"
Your brother mentioned that you were in the bathhouse here, across the street, and he had said that we should come by.
"Oh, yes, he does send tons of business my way." "So you're looking to have a bath for tonight?"
Yes, that'd be our goal for this evening.
"Sure. Our communal baths are the best in the city, after all. Tonight's a really good night. It's citrus night tonight. We just got a fresh shipment in from the islands."
That sounds fantastic.
"Yes. So for the four of you, it comes to be about 7 silver per person.
Alright.
And we'll also take your clothes and belongings. There's these little baskets that I hand wove right here. You just put those on in, and we'll steam your clothes for you so they're nice and warm when you come on out."
Finetta just kind of looks at her.
Is it alright if I bring in my lantern with me? It's for religious reasons, you see.
"Oh, I'm sorry, but we don't allow any outside objects in our pools."
No pagan gods allowed in this establishment.
Do you mind if I leave it here with you?
"Oh yes, our items are all secure."
Alright then.
So Ollie will lay down 3 gold, and she'll be like, and she'll look at the rest of the party and be like, "This is on me. I mean, you're all starting to smell." And then she gives him a cheeky little smile.
Thank you for that.
Here's your change, miss."
Thank you.
Can we all use some change?
And she hands each of you a basket. "So our changing rooms are just right down that way. If you could please leave your belongings in the basket, our tenants will take care of them for you."
Alright.
Thank you.
"Enjoy your baths." So she kind of points you towards the change rooms. As you walk in, there is a side for male and female change rooms if you prefer, or there's just a communal change room.
Finetta just goes into the communal one.
Isn't that kind of like counterintuitive?
There are boys at her monastery.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Not Finetta's behavior.
There's other services that are offered at the
Okay.
yeah. So.
Yeah. Venetta's seen enough dick. She don't care.
No, I don't think that's
Again,
what
we weren't
Sean
talking
was
about
getting
Finetta.
at.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you guys, I guess you're probably all just heading into the communal change room.
Ollie will go into the ladies' room because she is a lady.
Okay, well,
I'm
Ollie's
just
gonna
like,
be.
I'll just go to the men's one.
Okay.
Where's
So
Meredith going?
I'll go to the communal change room. I don't give a shit.
each of the change rooms looks the same. You walk in and there's these little kind of cubbies for you to place your baskets there, and there's really kind of soft towels that you can come and big robes for you to put on as you kind of walk out into the bath area. So as you walk in, again, there's more plants everywhere. You've never seen so many plants indoors in any of your experiences. But the sweet kind of bitter scent of citrus fruit hits your nose as soon as you walk in. Steam makes it a little hard to see, so you bump into some plants a few times. But the walls and ceiling are kind of arched, and big windows kind of reveal like a little steam room just adjacent to that as well.
The sauna episode.
So there's little hooks for you to place your robes, and it kind of there's an area for you to kind of slowly walk into the water, and kind of little seats built in to the edges of the bath.
Okay.
It is hot water, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Finetta just looks like she melts into the water and is like,
It's probably the first time you guys have seen Ams without his glasses on it, like his hair down.
or naked.
Yeah.
Who are you?
yeah, or naked.
But the
So,
fog's covered. This team's covered most of that. It's decency fog.
So
It's magically enchanted.
Roll call. Who's got weird tattoos, scars, and/or birthmarks that might mark them as the heir to an empire?
We're the protagonist.
Yeah, who's got the protagonist birthmarks?
I mean,
Yeah.
out of curiosity, would Finetta have any like tattoos to Paylor? Would that be a thing?
No, it's not a thing within that religion, no.
Okay. Then nope,
Yeah,
clean slate.
because like Meredith has like a few scars, nothing like outrageous, but she does have like one very obvious scar like in her gut and like stitch marks and stuff, presumably from where she got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think if Ams wouldn't have any scars.
And
Just emotional.
Yeah.
I feel like some
Yeah.
few like tiny ones, but nothing noticeable really.
Ollie might have like, or I think Ollie might have like a small, like one or two small, like kind of curved scars, but nothing really.
Like a smiley face?
Not that curved.
Alright.
Wait, I'm gonna put a rough approximation of what.
Of wah.
Wah.
So Ollie does that white girl thing where she's like super excited to be there, but
You
like
dive head in. You hit your head on the bottom. You died.
no, but refuses to get her hair wet. Like it's in that big floppy fun bun on top of her head, and she's like, "No, my hair's not getting wet, guys. If you splash me, you will die."
Finetta's like, she's not overtly putting her hair in the water, but she's also like, she didn't really change it. She's just enjoying.
Yeah, so there are a few other patrons in the bath. Some men enjoying the steam room as well. like I said, it's a cold, kind of rainy day, so people seem to be appreciating the warm bath for the night.
So what you're saying is that if this were Persona 5, we'd be getting extra charisma.
What?
You were close, Michelle. You were close. It's charm.
I tried.
You were close. I appreciate it.
You tried.
I've never played that game, so I don't quite understand the reference, but
It's a
okay.
good game.
Just laugh. It's funny, okay?
She's holding a gun to me.
I thought she gave you the gun.
No, we're still talking about that when you're not here.
Yeah, is there anything you guys want to do during your bathhouse time? Do you want to try to explain the birds and bees to Finetta?
Janetta understands how sex works. She's just oblivious to people's advances.
No, but does Finetta know what birds are and what bees are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who has
she knows
told this
what
girl
birds
about
are, not
ornithology?
bees. She knows birds, not bees.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the word "and"
like-
is a weird word in the English language that connects two things.
What's English? We speak common.
I would say Vanetta
We speak
spends
the
the time
trade
relaxing,
tongue.
but she'll also just try and make conversation with whoever.
Yeah, Adams is just kind of sitting and just like head kind of leaning back and just trying to stay awake.
Any awkward questions you want to ask of anyone, Ollie, during this time?
What's with the weird curved scars?
Ollie will just kind of like look at them and be like, "Oh, I mean, scars are scars, aren't they?"
I was an angsty child, you see.
Well, yeah, but some scars have stories behind them. Like this one, I was riding a horse, fell off and slid across the ground for about 5 yards, and that's why it's like this big patchy scar.
Oh yeah, and what about that other one? And she'll point to like the one, like the big like stitches.
I think that one's pretty obvious.
Again, mentioned it before, that's where I got shot.
Okay, and what about that other one? And Ollie's just gonna keep pointing to scars and asking where they're from.
That one? I got a scar there? What the fuck? Where the fuck did that one come from? Let's see. That one's from the fight last year, that one's from a few months back. Let's see. And a lot of them, as she's just going through them, are just various fights and scraps and mentions of bandits. But, back to you. Where are yours from?
She's gonna look at them and be like, "You know, my line of work, every now and then you get in a brawl and you can tell that's a lie."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But where'd you actually get them from?
Ollie's just gonna sink back down in the water and be like, "Oh, this is so nice to be here." And she's
Just
gonna
like sink down up to your nose.
but refuses to get her hair wet.
Yeah.
All right. So, if
Was it like stabbed with a bottle? Did you get stabbed with a bottle?
Sure.
Okay, so it's not that. Did you fall on some binoculars?
Yes, that.
Okay, not that either then.
I'm sorry, hang on. I can't let that one pass. Falling on binoculars, is that a common occurrence in your weird village?
It's not a weird village, Frank. Thank you very much. And I don't know, maybe it was like the binoculars were broken. Like they're two like circular kind of scars, you know?
just have a slight.
I mean, you could fall on it at the wrong angle and, like, you know, maybe the binoculars were made funky or something.
Of course, yeah. And he just puts his head back, leaning against the edge of the thing, just sinking down just a little bit, but like head still above and just.
Either way.
So as you guys kind of finish up your nice, relaxing soak, you head back into your respectively chosen change rooms.
It's not arbitrarily chosen.
Yeah. And you find your clothes, as promised, pressed and steamed. So as you kind of change out of the really fluffy, comfy robes and dry off, it's nice to have some clean clothes to change into.
When Emerson puts his lab coat back on, he does that like kind of thing, like.
There's some stains that don't quite come out for all of you, but they look like they tried.
Yeah.
Emerson puts on his lab coat, and then he turns to like the closest guy in the change room and goes, "Well, you know, I am a doctor, so it makes sense."
Yeah, and then he puts on like the reflector band with like the metal disc and everything, like gestures to it because I'm a doctor. They'll not be picked up on that.
Someone falls over having a heart attack. He's like, "Well, I am a doctor, so."
Just walks away.
But I'm a very busy doctor.
Yeah, someone like
said I was a doctor. I was a paleontologist.
Yeah, I'm a doctor of archaeology, so.
Doctorate.
Yeah, I have to get someone else, I'm afraid. I know a cleric, though. She does great work.
They're like,
He's a medical doctor.
Doctor, we need this man means mouth to mouth, and he's like, I'm a married man, and just walks away.
So, do I take the liver out, or?
Okay.
Yes.
This
They
is
sell
one guy
well
like
on the
this.
black market.
This is not how you do a tonsillectomy. Alright. Yeah, so finish up in record time. We got our clothes on, we don't mind eye contacts. We all say, you know, yeah, I'll call you, right? Yeah, I'll call you.
I
Okay.
have my
But we
lantern.
both know. Huh?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
right,
all your belongings are right where they're supposed to be. You received them all back.
Okay.
You head back outside. The rain has stopped now, but it smells of that kind of fresh rainfall and petrichor as you make the quick walk back to your rooms. As you all, I'm assuming, head in for the night.
Yes. Gonna
Yeah.
get some rest.
Amsden, as you kind of take off your coat and start to get ready for bed for the evening, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Right. 21, I believe that is, and that is what it is.
Okay. You see a small note in the pocket of your coat that you don't remember being there.
It's kind of like holding it between my two fingers and kind of flipping it back and forth. Hold it up to the light to see if there's anything obvious shining through. Probably when there isn't. I open it up.
Alright.
Away from my face and I pull it towards.
You need bifocals.
Oh no,
you're
it's a
getting-
magic eye.
Then he's like, puts on his glasses because he forgot to do it.
Yeah.
He's like, what is? Yeah, he was getting ready for
Yeah.
bed, so yeah, he took his glasses off. So he's like, oh great, what is?
In that, an elegant script, you see written, Sea may rise, sky may fall. My love will never die.
He's being haunted by his dead wife.
Yep.
Damn siren.
I didn't kill my wife.
It's got some kick-ass to it. Oh, I bet he did kill his wife.
You weren't there for that encounter.
None of us were.
Yeah, you guys were.
Wait, what?
Oh, you mean the encounter about your wife, or the encounter where we killed
This has nothing to do with his wife.
I don't know why you all think I killed my wife.
How did something get in with his alarm? That's the better question.
bathhouse?
Yeah.
It was in your lab coat.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Ah, someone has a crush on you.
So you'll just kind of crumple that note up, think about getting rid of it, and be like, think better and put it back into the pocket.
Okay.
He'll double check his alarm, take out his sending device, send the usual sending, and then head off to bed.
Okay. Yeah, you all get a good night's sleep.
Long rest.
Vanetta will also pray to Paylor for bed, of course.
Okay.
She'll specifically also kind of not doubting Paylor, but kind of mention like,
Is what we're doing the right thing?
almost not of course not doubting him, but she's very afflicted and almost asking him for guidance in these prayers.
Okay.
And she'll go to bed.
No.
I don't have commune yet, okay?
I mean, he can.
You
he
hear the
can
voice
answer
of
a prayer
Paylor
as a
yell,
treat.
He
"You
can't, that's
should
true.
run guns with Ollie."
It's just Ollie
Meanwhile,
with
Ollie's just
a hole in the
whispering
wall.
into your door.
Ollie, I hear you.
Don't try that shit with me. Snap you in two like a breadstick. I swear to my god.
Alright.
You'll end up dead so that I can then purge you.
Violence might be a last resort, but you're first in line, Missy.
Who's the first to wake up?
Vanetta.
Amazon probably be after that, I guess, then, because when I guess gets up at the sun, at the
Yeah.
the
Gets
slightest
up
crack of sunrise.
Vanetta gets up for the sun every morning and watches the sunrise.
Okay.
Meredith's a pretty early riser from, farm life.
Okay, so
Ollie wakes up at exactly 7:30 each morning on the dot.
okay, so you
This is so different.
Finetta, do you stay in your room to watch the sunrise or do you leave?
She probably can she see the sun from her room?
Yeah, there's windows, yeah.
Then yeah, she'd probably just be sat there watching from her room and praying to the sun,
Okay.
doing her morning prayers.
Yeah, since Amsden was the second one to speak up. Yeah, Amsden, as you open up your door, you see some flowers laid in front of your door. There's an amaryllis, a yellow carnation, some sage, some
I was like checking Amsden's nature to see like, would he know these are? I'm like, well, he's smart, but he's not proficient in nature.
Some hollyhock, an iris, and some willow.
All right, he just kind of like stands there looking, just like. It's too early for this. Looks back to the room. I should go back to bed. Looks back to the thing. Just. No, need to talk about this to the others. With the others. He'll just grab it. Actually, does he? He's like, he goes to grab it and goes, kind of pulls back. He's like, goes looking through some of his supplies, finds like some tongs. It goes like, click, and just like,
nothing
just
happened.
tosses it into the room. Is like, I'll deal with that specifically later.
Okay.
Talk to the others. Need to talk to the others. Oh, I could go back. No, I'll talk to the others. And he'll make his way downstairs.
I do love that every day it's like, alright, gotta schedule another meeting with my friends?
People he's
It's
traveling
my
with.
coworker.
Coworker is a strong term.
Yeah. Alright.
We work together, we cooperated
So,
at one
does
point.
everyone head down for some breakfast?
Yeah.
After good morning prayers, we'll get breakfast.
Alrighty. Pull up the breakfast menu.
So for breakfast you have a few options. There's kind of like a platter of fried perch with duck eggs and goose eggs, with some blackberry mush. As well, there's kind of a snack that's made up of duck eggs and raspberries and coarse rye bread.
Okay.
I do enjoy fried bread.
Yeah?
Yeah. How much is that for that meal?
For this that one that's 4 silver.
Alright.
I'd like one too, please.
Okay. It's the same young male gnome from the other night. He goes, yeah, sure, yeah, that's a great one. What can I get for the rest of you?
Thank you very much.
Ollie's gonna order a black coffee and 2 poached eggs.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Well, all we have are the options I presented to you. But I think I can get you the coffee.
If possible, a coffee for me as well.
Okay.
And I'll have what points to Vanetta, what Vanetta is having. She's having.
Sure.
I'll have the same.
Okay, so that's 4 silver for the meal, and then 3 silver for the coffee.
All right.
Yeah, so your meals come out about 15 minutes later. The coffee isn't the best you've experienced so far. Definitely not
It's
like
coffee.
what you had on the island for sure.
So it's not from Starbucks?
Yeah, it's really bitter, so maybe it is.
Ollie takes a sip, and like the waiter guy can obviously see that she does not like it, but she doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he doesn't really care anyway. It's just family business.
It's just him like, what can I get you? I'd like some tea. Who cares?
Yeah. So what? Kids. Alright, yeah. You guys enjoy your meals. And what do you do for your day?
Head to the station. Then
Yeah. Since there's no pressing conversations to be had, everything's on track.
Get it? 'Cause you're
Nothing
heading
to be
towards
brought
the
up.
train.
Yeah.
And is definitely dead, and he does not have a stalker.
Who?
What?
Where?
What?
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 Why?
Hi?
How?
Okay. Alright, yeah, so you guys go back to your rooms, I'm assuming, to get ready for your day. Get all pretty, if that's what you prefer, especially Dr. Amsden, you know, it takes forever.
Yeah.
Dr. Amsden has a very strict skincare routine.
Oh yeah, totally.
I get my duster, get my my stringless crossbows out from under the bed, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, backed up.
Da-da-da.
Alright, Amsden, do you grab everything from your room?
Well, first, probably during breakfast, he would talk to them, be like, "All right." So after he got his coffee, and just
Don't talk to me before my morning coffee.
okay. Slight issue that I've noticed.
Oh, Dr. Anston.
He put down the note and was like, "I think that siren's not dead."
The what?
What makes you say
Vanetta will,
that?
like, look at the note. So, sorry, what did it say again?
Like rising tides, falling skies. My love for you never dies, or something like that.
Wow, no. It says, sea may rise, sky may fall, my love will never die.
Yeah, so close. I made it rhyme.
Pay attention.
It's before his morning coffee.
He doesn't give a shit about anything that happens before that.
The siren?
Don't stalk me before I have my coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd really prefer if we could clear my schedule for stalking.
So, you think this is from the siren? From the pirate cove?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Didn't any of you hear that song?
No.
Well, she's a siren.
You weren't
Singing.
there.
I know, but it's like, didn't you hear that song? It's like, there's a song?
Is that the song the siren was singing?
When she grabbed my leg and then turned into nothing, sea foam.
Someone's got a crush.
She tried to kill us all.
Yeah.
And Amsden is the married man.
Supposedly.
He holds up his hand with his wedding band, like, yeah.
Vanetta will just look
Hey,
to-
that was out of character.
Well, I can't tell they have the same voice.
That's fair.
Vanetta will look at you and say,
I checked to see if there's any magic affecting this note.
Good idea. Did I prepare identify?
I'll start ritual casting detect magic.
That'll work. I'll identify if there is magic. Oh, there's also flowers in front of my door.
Huh.
Are we sure it's not just somebody who has a crush on you?
This is very specific wording. And the wording
Oh, maybe they
was,
heard
as I
it.
write it down,
I don't know, maybe they heard the song at the docks and they're like, oh, that's romantic. There's that handsome doctor that just came into town.
okay, you'll tell me later.
So 10 minutes later, detect magic.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
While I'm at it, I'm just gonna look around. Is there any magic around me? 30
There-
feet?
There's some travelers and people who...
Sorry, I just noticed something on D&D Beyond that made me so happy. They've added the ability to add monk weapons.
Oh, did
Oh,
they?
nice!
Anyways, carry on.
I am also excited about that.
I'm excited to learn that the
excited as
person
everyone
sitting
else
in the room
was.
with me is so distracted when
I'm getting everything set up because you didn't tell me ahead of time, so I couldn't get it set up.
There's some people who are carrying magic items who are seated around you. That's about it.
Okay, but besides that, not really.
Nothing that's like out of the ordinary.
Okay.
No, this appears to be just a normal note.
But what makes you think it was the siren, since the siren's dead?
Because she grabbed my leg, sung a weird song, disappeared into sea foam, and I've heard that song before in the night as well.
I look over Amsden if there's any magic affecting Amsden.
No.
No, he's totally clean.
Yep, not charmed. No. Not anything like that.
Well, there's no magic affecting you either. I can see. I'm not sure what to say.
Alright, I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on it unless there's any brilliant ideas of what to do about it now.
If I knew what to do about it, I would have done it already.
So the test was pretty good.
A history check for
It
me.
was.
Who's doing a history check?
Amsden.
Guidance!
Haha!
12... 18.
You seem to recall your sister when you were both young and studying, talking to you about how flowers carry certain meanings.
The flowers.
What?
Sorry, just remembered something. That sometimes, certain flowers have certain meanings.
Okay.
There was a very specific set of flowers in that bouquet.
What were they?
I guess I'll go grab it. Head back up, come back down, and just plop it onto the table.
So in the bouquet, you see an amaryllis, a yellow carnation, some hollyhock, sage, and what did I say? Oh, and willow.
Sorry, I missed the first one and the last one. The mic did a weird thing.
Amaryllis and willow.
Thank you. Does anyone know anything about flowers here?
Not off the top of my head, but maybe if I think really hard. Yeah, anyone good with flowers and their meanings? Anyone into weird things like that?
My mom used to call me a lily of the valley, but that's about it.
I guess I'll roll history to see if I can figure out their meanings.
Yeah.
I
Giving
mean, you could go
myself
across the street and ask the flower lady at the
guidance.
bathhouse. She'd probably know.
Oh yeah! The lady that runs the inn has a bunch of, or the shower place has a bunch of flowers. Maybe she'll know.
Yeah. There we go.
16... 22.
That's a pretty good roll. I'll text it to you and see if you want to share it.
Ooh. Secrets.
Apparently.
Or do you want to just come over here and look? That's probably faster.
It's more fun on my part. But if it's texted to me, I have it written down. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's fine.
Okay, so Amaryllis.
Okay. I'm not gonna
Yellow
remember this.
Carnation.
Okay.
I can text it to you later, but
Yeah.
just for the sake of now. Hollyhock.
Okay.
Sage.
Okay.
Willow.
Got it. Alright, so like meanings of it's just kinda like sister thinks. There's like pride, rejection, sadness, kinda things like that.
I don't see the connection to the oh my goodness, I'm totally blanking.
Siren?
I don't see any connection to the siren with those.
It could be that they are saddened by pride leading to rejection. You know, I'm disappointed in your hubris kind of thing.
I don't know, too many things have been getting in my head lately since I've been hanging out with this group. Like that Revenant as well.
Wait, have you been hearing from the Revenant now?
No, when we fought it, that thing got in my mind and I froze up.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, do you guys...
Anyways, we have a job to do.
Yeah.
We head on out.
Okay, so as you head towards the area that I almost said Amsterdam, Ardal pointed out to you, you can kind of see as the city kind of clears out, a giant glass and steel building that's kind of domed, and as you get closer, you can see kind of train tracks leading away from this building, and you can hear an excitement from a crowd kind of get louder and louder, and then you can hear voices of disdain and upset as well. So as you kind of push your way through the crowd and into the building, you see a tiefling man with dark red skin and a smooth tail and kind of brown horns that stick out from a top hat. He's dressed very dapperly as he stands on this platform, addressing the crowd. Sorry, I was watching Ireland do something silly here. He grandly gestures before him. Come one, come all, and ride the Serenity Lines Railway. Be the first to experience a new age of travel. Are you brave enough to take a ride with us today? You see the crowd kind of clamor and join in his exuberance and excitement. Now, don't push now. There's plenty of seats to go around. Just head towards the ticket booth and buy your ticket. You can be the first among your friends to say that you rode this new locomotive transformation. The crowd kind of disperses and starts to head towards the ticket booths where you see young tiefling women ready and willing to sell tickets to the hungry masses. But you also hear some voices of distrust and some booing as an older male human approaches the stage, and the tiefling man, and he goes, "This will be our downfall. You're gonna bring the static beast back."
Great, more of this.
And the tiefling man only looks bemused as he approaches the gentleman. "Why, my good sir, I would never dream of doing such a thing. Minorod and the kingdom of Aladar are a nation where we can grow and we can dream. This is a dream and a growth for our community. And I think you'll see that too. Now why don't you go? You know what? Tell my girls you take 10% off a ticket. Go and see for yourself. You'll see that we are perfectly safe amongst these rails." And that kind of grumbles off.
And then we just see security hauling away.
Well, that would be our job.
Alright, I guess we start hauling him away. Come on, guys.
The man kind of grumbles off, and the tiefling eyes your group. "Ah, some new strange faces. Are you here to board Serenity Rail Lines?"
I guess in a way, we're here to be the security detail.
"Oh, yes." He kind of jumps off the stage with a flourish and lands and does a bow before you. "Might I introduce myself? My name is Aid," and he takes off his top hat. "I am the owner of Serenity Rail Lines, and good second Ardle told me you would be making your way over here, and it is greatly appreciated."
Yes, I'm quite a fan of this new project. It's good to bring back some technology that we've lost.
Isn't it? You know, some folks here aren't too keen on advancing the world, but you know what? Money makes the world go around, and technology makes me a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly, and some people like that are just ignorant in realizing of what actually attracts static beasts of technology.
"I think I'm gonna like you," and he kind of throws his arm around you, and he's quite tall, so he leans on you a little bit, Amsden, and he says, "Now, friends, I don't exactly want my..."
How tall is he? Amsden's 6 foot.
He's about like 6'2".
Okay.
Yeah.
Just taller.
Yeah.
Thing is, that's including the horns, so he's really just like kind of hooking your shoulder with the horns, like, get down here.
He does that thing where he like goes to put his arm around you, realizes he's taller, makes you like kneel down, or like kind of like stretch down, and puts his arm over you.
Bend the knee to the new king.
An observant eye would notice he is wearing some beautiful high-heeled boots as well.
Yeah.
Oh, charming.
So he kind of leans in and says, "Now, friends, my clientele would be not too keen to know that there are paid hands, you know, just for their protection, but we want to make it seem like nothing ever goes wrong on these trips, as you do in any kind of tourist industry. So, I've got a plan. If you would hear me out,
Of course.
I'm going to ask for two of you to pose as waiters or waitresses on our journey, and for two of you to pose as clients. Of course, you will be sharing the same accommodations, so you don't have to worry about being too far removed from each other, but I think it would just split it up to ensure that there's no business interference on our
Of
trip.
course, yeah, that man already is probably more the people we'll be looking out for.
Men like him. That is true. Now,
All
if
right.
you have your luggage, our porter Glee will come over and she'll help you with your baggage and show you your room, and just let her know which of you will be posing as what, and we'll get your uniforms and outfits ready.
Alright.
And don't forget, folks, let's put on a good show. And he kind of claps Anston on the back, on your back, and he goes and talking to more of the clients.
Well, who's gonna do what? Probably someone who's good with people doing the waitress and waitering. Looks towards Ollie.
Ollie says, I know exactly what you're thinking, and I will be one of the clients.
I am not a good with people.
Nor am I.
I worked at a bar once for like a week. Broke a guy's nose.
Well, if you think about it, the people who are clients are most likely going to be interacting with the other clients, and I think that's something I'd be good at.
But the people who are doing the serving have to pretend like they're actual employees. So someone who's good at pretending they're someone who they are not would be ideal.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yes?
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I am Glee.
And you
Nice to
see
meet you.
a tiny little tiefling woman approach you with bright pink skin and bright pink short hair that
Aw.
comes just to her ears. She looks quite young, maybe 18 at the oldest, with big bright blue eyes.
Hi, I'm Glee. I'm going to be your porter for today. Mr. Aid filled me right in with what's going on. I can take you to your rooms now if you would please.
Of course.
Oh, thank you.
Sounds lovely.
And you follow the little tiefling as she kind of skips towards the train. And she
Banana
kind
She's
of,
adorable.
pardon me,
Vanetta looks, kind of looks at her and says,
Hello, it's nice to meet you, Glee. Where is this train going? Or locomotive?
Oh, well, our final destination will be Kirara.
what?
Dun dun
"Where
dun.
is
It's towards the middle north of the country. Are you not from Maladar?
No, I'm not. I'm a cleric of Paylor. And I'm traveling on a pilgrimage.
Ah, the pagan god. I see.
Oh, interesting. Well, we get visitors from all over the place. But some train rules to share with you first. So our guests know the train goes very, very quickly. So a lot more quicklier than a horse or a carriage would go, and a lot more quicklier than a ship would go as well. So it is important to stay inside the train car you are in at all times. There is some train cars you can move from. For example, you can move from the dining car to the sitting cars to the sleeping cars. Those are kind of attached through more protected attachments, but other than that, we ask that you be careful when moving through the storage cars or through the main train engine.
This really is just like those antique devices.
What is this brand new device? This isn't old.
But the idea isn't new.
She kind of looks at you like, what?
Well, you see...
Well, I don't know. But
I'm still just standing there, just like, as she walks off, just like...
She kind of stands on the little stairs, kind of going up.
now, if you please head in through here.
Right. Yeah. Addison looks sad.
So you walk through the door, and you walk through a very, like, extravagant looking dining car, and then you walk through another door, and you're in, again, kind of an extravagant kind of seating lounge bar area, and then finally a few cars down of sleeping quarters. You get towards the back of the train.
So your sleeping quarters will be close to the staff's sleeping quarters.
Makes sense.
And just be aware of who is coming in and out at the time that you are emerging. Have you set in your roles already?
I believe we're still trying to figure that one out.
She gives you all a kind of a glance over, and she says,
Okay, I have it decided.
That's easier.
you and you, and she points to Amsden and Ollie.
You will be husband and wife. No? Yes. And you will be traveling together. Not nobility. That is too much. New money. Yes. New money. And you, and she points to Finetta and Meredith. You, and she points to Finetta. You will be our cocktail waitress, and you.
That's Michelle laughing, not Ollie.
She points to Meredith.
You will be behind the bar. Or no, let me see. You will be dealing cards. You know how to play cards, right?
No.
Oh, I will teach you. It is easy. A house always wins. Now,
Okay.
that is settled. Or
Janetta's just looking like,
maybe not cards.
Again.
Cigar girl. You will be cigar girl. That'll be perfect. All right. Now this is all settled. I will come and bring back your uniforms, and I will come bring back some better clothes for you two. Please get settled in. We will be preparing to depart shortly.
And she kind of leaves with a skip.
Finetta is just looking at you guys like,
She has too much energy.
I can't lie.
Well,
You
you
can't
better
fly?
start.
Lie. That goes
Yeah.
against Taylor's teachings.
Well, let's think about this.
And I'm
Your
not supposed to
job
punch
in
customers.
this is to actually serve people cocktails.
If I'm hired to do that, then I
That is what your
suppose-
job is entailing you to do.
Finetta still looks like, she still looks kind of shocked, and she also just kind of looks at you and is like,
What's a cocktail?
It's a mixture of
Oh,
alcohol.
honey. So Ollie is going to sit Finetta down and give her like a rundown of like the basics of what you need to know.
Well, she's
for,
a
like-
cocktail waitress, so she just needs to deliver them.
But like she's gonna run her down on like the basics of like what are the names of alcohols and like what a cocktail is and what a highball is, like all of like the basic lingo.
Pretty much all you'll need to
Yeah.
do is remember their names, tell the people who are making them, and then bring them back to the people who ordered them.
Oh boy. Meredith is just like, I guess like trying to talk herself into it, like, you've grown, you've moved past that, it was one time. You can do this. If someone talks back, you just don't break their nose.
And I
This is
guess we
fine.
need to discuss our cover, Ollie.
She looks at him and goes, "Okay, hubby."
Ew.
Oh,
yeah,
this was
Ollie,
the worst
I
all
like,
around.
I like to imagine when Ollie does that, for anyone who's seen Soul Eater, we all make the face,
Yeah.
when people Excalibur.
You know the face. It's just the Excalibur expression.
Yeah. Ugh. I'm supposing you're wanting to go by fake names. We'll need a fake last name.
Ooh. Leave this to me.
Right. Your papers worked so well last
A
time.
good relationship isn't built on ice. You know?
But this one is.
So, we are new money. So,
Politicians, professional workers, maybe even merchants of some kind, although you use that cover.
Distant relative of the Van Thamper family.
We're not nobility.
A what?
We're new money.
Well, you don't have to. Oh. I don't know. You have a small business selling ties, and it makes good money.
okay. So our last name is going to be Beaumont. All right, write that down.
Oh, God.
Your name is ooh, let's see. She's like she's looking Amston up and down. You will be.
Keep in mind, I may look human to you, but to any other Aasimar or elf, I am very much clearly an Aasimar.
Fine. Take away the fun of it.
I'm trying to make it believable.
Ooh. Ollie probably like pulls out a notebook of like fake names. Your name can be. It's a big book. Belton.
Belton?
Beaumont.
Belton Beaumont. No.
What?
Okay, so
Fine.
I'll
What would you suggest
I'll bite
then?
the bullet.
What would you suggest then?
Let's see. How about Raharid?
Raharid?
Yep, it's an Aasimar name. And I am aware that it is a name that is often found in families of new money.
Alright. And our last name?
Beaumont?
Okay. Is that Aasimar appropriate?
I mean, my last name isn't a traditional Aasimar name, but it's still one, so anything really is fair for that.
Sorry, your name one more time.
Raharid.
And also, for me, metagaming, how do you spell that?
Rharad.
Sorry, Rharae?
Rad.
R-A-D. Sorry, R-A-D.
That was the ending.
Oh. R-H-A-R. Just send it to me on Discord.
It's Rud. Okay, I'll send it to you.
Already determined I'm not the smart one.
Don't you have the second highest intellect in this party?
No, Michelle's not the smart one.
Ah,
Okay. And my name... Ollie gives a little bit of a smile, like she's done this several times before.
Will be
Will be...
pretentious.
Kingsley. Kingsley Beaumont.
Looking over towards, like, is that a normal upper class human name?
But we're
Venetta's
new
just
money,
like,
remember?
What?
It's very pompous.
I guess as long as it still is passable.
I mean, in theory, anything's passable as long as you're bohemian enough.
Kingsley.
Fine. We can go with something a little less,
I
fun.
think we want a high profile.
Fine, my name is Ellie.
Alright.
And how long have we been married? How'd you pop the question?
Well, let's see. I'm obviously older than you, so you probably would be a trophy wife.
Obviously. She flips her hair.
Suppose you can act. Hopefully. So let's see, we've probably been married 3 years.
Okay.
You hear outside, all aboard! And you hear a loud,
See, they do. See, that's what I was saying. They do that.
and the cabin kind of shakes as steam goes.
Venetta just clings to the bench and is like, "What's happening?"
We're moving.
It's gonna explode.
And the train slowly starts moving forward. You hear a knock on your door.
Yes, come in.
It opens up and there's Glee with her arms full of clothing bags. Okay, I am back. It is me. Let us see. Okay. So she kind of hooks them on the top bunk of one of the beds and unzips the first bag and she hands it to Ollie. And she goes, okay, this is for you. This is the latest fashion here in the city. And Ollie, you see a kind of a high-waisted pant, and over that kind of goes a pinstriped skirt that opens in the front to reveal the pants there. And then you have a kind of a silk white ruffled shirt that kind of tucks into the pants, and a beautiful kind of golden tended an outfit similar to what I sent you.
Ollie holds it up and goes, and is just like awestruck, and she goes, oh. And she kind of mutters to herself, I miss fancy clothes.
And oh yes, next for you. And she unzips the next one, and then you see a kind of a burgundy vest with a black kind of cravat tie, and a smoky gray jacket with a bowler hat and a gold kind of watch with a chain, and dark black pants. And she goes, this is for you, and I would suggest the brushing of the hair
And oh yes,
My father.
you two next. And she turns and she opens the last two bags.
He's also just like rubbing like his like. It's like his like stubble and just like. Probably just shit.
And you see a more traditional butler uniform with long kind of tails, but cut in a way that would be more form fitting to a female form. And she hands those outfits to each of you, Thinetta and Meredith.
How tall is Meredith?
She's about 5'10".
Okay, so I'm just the tiny one.
She's the second tallest in the group.
I am hoping I have gotten
Ironically-
your size is correct. I'm usually pretty good at this. But now, if you could please get dressed, get ready, get presentable, all of you. We ask all of our wait staff to have hair pulled back as best as possible to see your beautiful faces. And please.
I was gonna say, Finetta's hair is already in like Katara hair loopies.
Yes,
Is that
yeah.
good? That good though, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she says to Finetta and Meredith, now if you could please get dressed right away, join the rest of the wait staff as they go through their brief opening, training, and then you, if you want to come out maybe like 15 minutes later and join us in the lounge car.
We do need to shave anyways.
Yes. At least you all smell nice. That's a start. Thank you. And she kind of bounces off.
Do these outfits
hope she
include?
does
They include.
first.
I was gonna say, do these the butler outlets include shoes?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, 'cause I'm gonna be
Everything
like,
is
I
thought
don't have
of.
shoes.
No, yeah, everything is thought of and included. You get a feeling as to why Glee is Aid's kind of right hand porter.
Okay. Finetta
Meredith
will get
is-
dressed, but she's keeping on her amulet to Paylor.
Okay.
Yeah. Meredith is just like visibly frowning at the outfit, like, I hate this. But
I'm
she
not
won't
too
say
thrilled
anything
about
yet.
this either.
She also will.
Again, if you want
Very-
to swap, you can like sell cigars. Like, that's fine by me.
Then you'd have to be married. I don't think then the cover would work.
We could still be married.
True, but I don't think you'd have to go get completely new outfits because I don't think you'd fit in this one. And I don't think I'd fit in that.
Aw, you afraid to show a little chest?
I think I'd be too big to fit into it.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. I don't know, maybe we can swap off or something later.
That would probably be more suspicious.
You're, young money, bohemian lifestyle, it's, what's the word? Swingers.
Where's this
There you go.
Bohemia? I've been
Also, don't worry
around
about
and heard
what
of many
Bohemia is.
places. I honestly think you just make things up and pretend like you know things.
I can say the same of you, Mr. Doctor.
I
I've
don't
never
think-
once seen you write up a prescription.
Do you need a prescription?
I'll get back to you on that.
Alright. Actually, yeah, you weren't on the boat, so you wouldn't have seen me give that woman anti-seasickness pills.
Mm-hmm.
Which is anyone suffering from
no.
motion sickness.
Never heard of it.
Alright, so then you're fine.
Yeah. Can everyone make me a Constitution saving roll?
Oh boy.
Frick.
16.
16.
Okay. Dirty
Okay,
20.
awesome.
A 5.
Oh no. Uh-huh.
I was kind of expecting to roll poorly.
Finetta?
And
10. Ooh. Okay. Vanetta, you're feeling a little poorly. Kind of like your stomach could be upset, but it could be fine. You're not too sure. Like, is it
You might just be
nerves?
hungry.
You're hungry. Like, you can't really pin it down. But
Okay.
Ollie, after a little bit on the train here, you start to feel nauseous and clammy and a little sweaty there.
Is there like something in the room she could puke in?
There'd be like a little trash basket or the like wash basin, dealer's choice.
Ollie's gonna make herself puke because she doesn't want to be queasy for this.
I don't think that's how that works.
But once you puke, you always feel better.
That's
No,
usually with
actually, I
food
usually feel
poisoning
worse.
because it's out of your body. Or flu because it's out of your body. This is
Okay.
motion sickness.
But once you puke, fine, okay, she won't.
Hey, if that's Ollie's reasoning, then that's Ollie's reasoning.
Sure, Ollie can throw up. As could probably make
You
some
can
kind
puke if you want to. You can leave your friends
Do
behind.
you make it obvious to the group, Ollie, that you're not feeling well?
Well, yeah, 'cause she kind of goes into the corner and makes herself puke.
Okay, so you see Ollie double over. Now, are you just going into a corner, or are you like...
No, like,
Oh, the trash bin.
like a basin or something.
Okay, you've got the wash basin or a trash bin. Those are your two options.
The trash bin.
Okay. So you see Ollie double over into the trash bin, sounding like a banshee has possessed her.
I just get my bag out, sit down on the bed next to her, pull her hair, hold her hair back. I'm like, all right, looking through what I've got.
Give medicine check.
Yeah, I'll give myself guidance. Okay, 27.
You know right away.
It's not the first time I've seen motion sickness.
Yeah, motion sickness is a common occurrence. So you pour some water out of a jug that was next to the wash basin, and you crush up some peppermint leaves and you put that in there, and you hand that to Ollie to drink, and then you quickly shave some ginger root you had in your bag as well, and ask her to put that underneath her tongue.
Yep. Keep it like this for, so we have to wait for 15 minutes. That should probably settle you down for now. And let me know if you start feeling ill again.
Ollie looks at Abston and goes, I'm so glad I married a doctor.
And the ginger, and he kind of like turns to her like, and that ginger will help your breath.
Yeah, especially after that. Out of character, especially after that terrible tragedy with his wife. Out of character.
Yeah.
And that does bring up the next question I was going to ask. Profession.
Well, I'm a trophy wife.
Trophy wife.
Yes, I'm assuming for me. Let's see.
Ooh.
Politician might be too high profile. Could go entrepreneur. But then entrepreneur for what? What is the business?
Ties.
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 I look at the suit to see if it has a tie. It's got a bow tie? Or
No.
like an actual... It's
Look
like,
at the picture that was sent.
okay. I guess, sure, ties. I'm an entrepreneur of ties. That doesn't make sense.
Or what about those hats, like that weird hat you have in your hand? You sell those.
That doesn't seem more like a big business. That's more of a small... I could just be a doctor.
No, maybe
You could be a doctor.
that seems very far-fetched.
And that way, if anything does happen, it's not weird if I'm helping someone out.
Yes, so you're a doctor. And ooh, let's see, what other
Where are we
questions?
from?
We are from
Minorod, the capital, but that place is kind of sketch.
yeah, no. I say we lived in a small town and recently moved to a larger city, and that's how we made our money.
Alright, what's the small town? What's the larger city?
Ollie is gonna pull up the map, but I don't think Ollie has a
I think that's
detailed
your
map.
guys' cue. Yes, come in.
You see Glee looking a little less gleeful than she was last time. There, you two. Are you not ready? She,
Finette's just finished getting everything good.
I think so.
So come. I have to introduce you to the other staff. I don't want to single you out, because if you arrive late, you would be demoted, and I don't think you guys want to be line cooks with the kind of work you're trying to do, right? Right?
We're not
Right.
trying to do any.
Svanetta's just kind of like so broken at this
Just
point.
smile and
Finetta,
nod.
your job is to serve cocktails. That's why you're on this train right now. You're serving cocktails.
Smile, look pretty, don't kill anyone. That is it.
You probably don't even need to talk.
No, they prefer when you don't. Now come.
There you go.
Come. Are you two ready? You have
Uh,
your stories figured out?
Finishing final details.
Truth works best in our line. As close to the truth as you can get without actually being truthful is what the aide usually says.
That sounds accurate.
Okay, it's showtime.
She leads Finetta and
I'm
Meredith
just like
out.
finishing shaving up with like
Yeah.
just razor blade. Just
Okay, Holly, you're gonna have to give us the name of some places because I do not have a detailed map.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Just the name of like a small town near a larger town that they could be from.
Oh, that's what you're trying to figure out. Okay.
This is also a really weird marriage since we're from two separate countries who are at war. Not quite war, but almost war.
You're eloping.
We already got married.
Yeah, but it could be recent. You know, you just eloped and now you're enjoying a nice train ride.
Okay.
We decided we're married for 2 years.
Probably.
Okay.
3
Have you
years,
told-
actually.
Have you told anyone?
Holly pulls out her notepad and says, actually, you said 3 years.
I sworn I said
Alright,
2.
but no one on the
Alright,
train
3.
actually knows that.
Sorry, I missed what you said. I heard what
Because-
Sandy said.
No, I said because sworn I said 2 because I wrote down 2, but I guess 3.
Fine, 2.5 years.
Um,
You see Ollie cross
Kaden?
it out and rewrite 2.5.
I
And
just
then she
wrote down
grabs
3.
between your maps and the knowledge that you both possess, Cave and Keep is a smaller town that's not too small, that's just outside of Minorod, if you're wanting to go from there. You could also be from Dirtar, which is closer to Kirihara.
Let's say we're from Dirtar.
Yeah, we're heading home.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we currently live in Dirtar.
Madutar is a small village. Kihara would be a bigger one.
Okay. Sorry, Holly, can you go back so I can get the spelling?
Dirtar
Oh, other one.
live in Ra. I may have put an extra raw. I don't actually. No, I didn't. There's just a lot of
There's a lot of
raws. Raw.
It's a really excitable town.
Yeah.
Rasputin.
They invented cheerleading
Yeah.
there.
Reinvented.
Oh yeah, cheerleading was banned until a plucky young newcomer came and taught them the joys of dancing. And, I don't know. When in doubt, just assume Footloose is the plot.
Yeah, if you guys are settled, do you require any more information?
Don't think so.
Okay.
I think we got it.
So Meredith and Finetta, Glee leads you further back, into the train, into the kitchen cart, and there you see a bunch of other young women and a few older men and everything like that. Some are cooks, some are bartenders, some look like they're card dealers. There's a variety of kinds mixed in there. She
I
kind of
just
like
have to say, I like how the one time that we come into a situation where my character being a chef would be handy, and this is the one character that is not proficient with cooking utensils.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So she kind of like pushes you towards the group, and you see kind of the head of staff, a stern-looking shifter woman, a wild hunt shifter woman, kind of stand at the front. Her features are very pointed, and her eyes look like they could track you from 20 miles away. She kind of gazes at the two of you as you enter, but chooses not to acknowledge your tardiness. And she goes, right, you are here to serve this company well. You will do everything with a smile on your face, and you will make sure that our patrons have the best experience we have to offer them. Am I understood? And you're kind of, yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Cross. She goes, good. You, cocktail waitress. She points to Finetta.
Yes.
And she,
Still deer in headlights, probably.
yeah. She hands her a tray. Okay, take this. Make sure you're connecting with your bartender. Make sure you are not spilling drinks on our customers. This train moves. Remember that. And she kind of pushes you out the door.
Okay, do I have a notepad?
No.
Great.
And then she looks to you, Meredith. And I hear you are our cigar girl. So she hands you a tray and then boxes of different cigars. These are expensive. She hands you a lighter. You light it for them, and she hands you the cigar cutter. You cut it for them. There's little notes.
Not in that order.
She goes, not in that order. There's little notes about where they're from and their flavorings. Here.
Alright.
And
Let's see. Robust with gnocchi flavor. Robust, kind of smoky. They're all very robust, I'm noticing.
yes. Now go. And she pushes you out the door.
Alright.
So you guys kind of enter the lounge cart that you had passed through earlier. There's a variety of chairs and sofas kind of strewn around the room. There's a little bar towards the back corner of the room, and a few card tables in the back corner as well. So you can see everyone kind of getting into positions as the passengers start to trickle in. Meredith being someone that's from this country, you kind of recognize the look of money when you see it. These people are well-to-do. They're showing off every extravagance that they own. That is quite the marker of high society in Aladar, and something that is encouraged within their ranks. Yeah, and then you see trickle in arm in arm your good friends Ollie and Amsden.
Yay.
Probably the cleanest and most well kept you've seen Amsden.
Yeah, you guys are actually, Ollie included, you're surprised how well Amsden cleans up. He looks quite handsome.
Okay.
Chalk it up to the angel genes.
Yeah.
Yeah, being an
Yeah.
angel will do that to you.
Yeah, you do get the sense, the reminder in this moment that he is an Osmar. You can see that kind of a lot of eyes go towards the young couple there. Ollie as well looks very elegant in a way that you've never had an opportunity to experience Ollie before. She's carrying herself very highly, head up, chin up, perfecting the look of looking down her nose to those she passes. Yeah, in that moment, Ronnie Amsden kind of seems to be that kind of portrait muse that every artist is searching for. The chiseled jaw, and the perfect skin.
The brooding eyes.
The brooding eyes, yeah. And you're like, would he sparkle in the sun if I saw him? But that's a question for another day.
I'm looking at him and I sense a tragedy. Some sort of dead wife, perhaps.
So as you settle in to the facades and farces that you're about to play before you, the sun starting to set on this evening.
Vanetta is frantically praying to Paylor in her mind.
Dear Paylor, make sure I don't have to lie,
Imagine
and I don't
Amsden.
have to steal.
Well, no, that's the thing. She's not going to lie to anyone. If people ask her what's going on, she'll tell them.
Imagine Amsden's the thing where he like takes off the glasses and with his like handkerchief does like that little like wipe thing and puts them back on.
Yeah. As the sun...
It's like seeing Superman for a second.
Amsden? Not Amsden. Amsden? Not Amsden. Yeah. But as the sun starts to set and your evening starts to begin, you all can't help shake an ominous feeling amongst you that in this
No
life
shit, this is why Finetta didn't want to get on the train.
of glitz and glam, maybe everything is not as it seems.
Who's the murderer? We're all the murderer!
And that is where
You-
we will end
you
our
have-
Ollie,
session
you're being really
for
quiet.
tonight.
Oh god. Well, I mean,
Who the
listen,
murderer is.
it makes me upset because if we had one more level, we could figure out who the murderer is very easily.
I don't think they could hear you very well.
Oh, yeah, so that is where we will end our session for tonight.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright. Yeah, so bye everyone.
And I guess, is this a weekly thing?
Yes, we're gonna try to make this a weekly thing. We'll come up with a day once we agree to it.
Probably
that we
starting
can try
earlier.
to- yeah, and we'll try to start a little earlier next time.
But same channel.
Yeah.
And if you didn't watch the first one, which I don't think many people did, it's on the channel as well. You go back
I
and
watched
watch
the
that.
first one.
Well, that's good. You
We'll
were in
find
it.
And hopefully any of the audio issues we had in that last one have been mostly cleared up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
so
maybe.
thank you so much for everyone who chose to hang in there and join us. And next week we will see what kind of trouble they get to on this train ride.
They're rolling out on a crazy